I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Yo, good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3, my brother. It's a Friday. We've made it through the week. The weekend is officially here. Good morning to you. High five. Bam.
Has it been that long a week, dude?
It's been a long week. It's been a long week, and I think it's been a long week for a lot of people as well. So glad to hit this point.
We are here to ease your pain with a fantastic show. He's back, and he's, yes, got a face for radio. Dalen Oliver is here. Love him, one of the funniest guys around, and also one of the coolest guys.
Absolutely, man. We love him. Dalen Oliver, man. It's going to be nice to see him on stage again. Definitely. Listen, also on a rather serious note as well, we're unpacking the story, the true life story of Alan Pakkies this morning. We have the lead actor and the director as well with us in studio to tell us more about what we can expect from this production.
Should be pretty intense then. Pretty intense for a breakfast, a steak masala Gatsby.
Wow, really?
We've been loving our heritage this week because we've had bunny chows and we've had Gatsbys and all sorts of amazing things.
Forgot about the quarter.
The quarter,
yes.
It really did dominate, but I have a feeling the steak Gatsby this morning might just take the cake.
Listen, you're going to eat the whole weekend on that Gatsby by the looks of things. It's going to be amazing. And then also, the day has finally arrived that we get to rub shoulders with the one and only Catherine Kelly Lang, aka Brooke Logan from The Bold and the Beautiful. She's going to be here in studio. She's going to be on the couch. If you're a fan, you do not want to miss this. Graham is struggling to find words to introduce her this morning.
She is gorgeous and she's incredibly talented, but we've kind of grown up watching her.
Absolutely,
I'm
man.
completely starstruck. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be brilliant. So make sure you stay right where you are. Go grab yourself a cup of coffee. Let's get your Friday morning underway. Here's the beautiful Leanne with your news headlines.
Good morning, team. What a way to wake up in the morning, hey? Good morning to you at home as well. In the national news this morning, Energy Minister Jeff Radebe says OPEC member countries have given South Africa a guarantee of secure oil supply. Radebe has been holding discussions with delegates from the Global Oil Producers Group at the 3rd Oil and Power Conference in Cape Town. He says South Africa struggles with escalating fuel prices. South Africa is 90% dependent on OPEC countries as it consumes about 100 tons of crude oil every day, which is equivalent to 700,000 barrels of crude oil. Radebe said a security of demand translates into a security of supply. The chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, says if the members of the Gupta family implicated in state capture feel they will be arrested unlawfully, they can approach the courts to seek remedy. Zondo was reacting after the Gupta's legal representative, Mike Helens, argued that the family fear that they will be arrested if they come to this country and that the Hawks and the police are recklessly incompetent and a national embarrassment. Zondo has again called on the public to come forward with evidence. Now moving further abroad, Botswana has rubbished reports that nearly 100 elephants were killed by poachers in recent weeks, saying the claims were unsubstantiated and sensational media reports. Earlier this week, the conservation group Elephants Without Borders reportedly discovered at least 87 dead elephants near a wildlife sanctuary, many of which had been killed for their tusks. During the period of July the 5th to August the 1st, only 58 elephant carcasses were officially reported. Upon further investigation, it was found that most had died of natural causes. And then finally, in a historic decision, India's Supreme Court yesterday ruled that gay sex is no longer a criminal offence. The ruling overturns a 2013 judgment that upheld a colonial-era law under which gay sex was categorized as an unnatural offence. The court has now ruled discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation is a fundamental violation of rights. Although public opinion in India's largest cities has been in favour of scrapping the law, there remains strong opposition amongst religious groups and in conservative rural communities. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Here's a very first look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
An exciting world of sport this morning ahead of a bumper weekend. Of course, rugby dominating the headlines with the Springboks up against Rugby Championship. I think hopefuls Australia, not out-and-out favourites, obviously, with the All Blacks doing so well. That happens in Brisbane tomorrow. There was no separating the two teams when they met last year, with both matches ending in draws. First 23 all in Perth and then a 27 all in Bloem. The other match this weekend, we've got New Zealand welcoming Argentina to Trafalgar Park. Then on the international break in football, Bafana will be out to continue their winning start to AFCON qualifiers as they face Libya in Durbs tomorrow. Only one goal separates the two nations at the top of Group E as Bafana beat Nigeria by 2-0 in the opening round, while Libya beat the Seychelles 4-1. Bafana's game kicks off at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Elsewhere, we've got Cameroon taking on the Comoros, Kenya hosting Ghana, while Namibia will tackle Zambia. And staying with the beautiful game, Germany and France couldn't be separated in the UEFA Nations League as they played out to a goalless draw last night. Despite Germany dominating with possession and shots at goal, they could not find a way past the current world champions' defence. Other results, the Ukraine beat the Czech Republic 2-1, whilst Wales looked incredible, saw off Ireland by 4-1. And finally, on to tennis. The 2018 US Open Women's Final will be contested by Serena Williams and newcomer Naomi Osaka after both players won their semi-final matches early this morning. Six-time US Open winner Serena Williams breezed into the final thanks to a 6-3, 6-love win over Anastasia Sevastova, whilst Naomi Osaka beat Madison Keys 6-2, 6-4. On the men's side, the semi-finals take place tonight as Rafa Nadal takes on Juan Martin Del Potro and Novak Djokovic faces off against Kai Nishikori. A little bit later this morning, we're going to open the lines. How do you feel the Springboks are going to fare against the Wallabies? Give us a call, 021-430-988.
Right, let's get into your weather and your temperatures for the first time on your Friday morning. Now, we've also asked you to send in some of your pictures. Show us what it looks like in your parts of the world. We have a beautiful picture this morning from Jenny Clarence. Good morning, Jenny, who sent in this beautiful picture from Umhlanga. Yes, love Umhlanga. You can expect a maximum of 21 degrees and some evening showers as well. Man, love that part of the world as well. Thank you very much, Jenny. Please continue sending us your pictures of what looks like your parts of the world. Maybe a beautiful sunrise this morning. Post those pictures on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, and we'll gladly show them right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. With regards to your temperatures across the country going into your Friday, it looks like warmer temperatures up north. However, for the southwestern parts, cold temperatures. A chilly day indeed as a result of that cold front that swept across the country. Polokwane this morning 16 minimum with a maximum of 30. Mbombela 18 32. Pretoria 14 28. Johannesburg 10 minimum this morning with a maximum 26 and some scattered showers expected. Mahikeng 4 24. Klerksdorp 5 26. Kimberley on a 1 minimum reaching a high of 15 degrees. Bloemfontein starting off on -2, staying cool with a maximum of 16. Richards Bay 18 26. Pietermaritzburg 12 and a high of 22. Durban 17 21 with rain expected. Mthatha 7 15. East London 18 16. Cradock 1 this morning with a maximum of only 12 degrees. Port Elizabeth 9 18. George 8 and a high of 10 degrees with rain expected. Sutherland very, very cold, icy, -2 this morning with a maximum of only 4 degrees. Cape Town at 9 14. Worcester 4 and a high of 9 degrees. Springbok 1 and 10 is your maximum, and Uppington starting off on a 1 with a maximum of 13 degrees. Sure, nice and cold. Stay warm, South Africa, stay warm. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures. I'll take another look at it in half an hour's time.
We live in a world that is constantly changing and life seems to be getting faster by the day. So as we welcome today, the 7th of September, we're about to take a look at what happened in history on this day.
So we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this incredible fact. On this day back in 1927, the first fully electronic television system was achieved by American inventor Philo T. Farnsworth. And he made his first successful transmission, which was an image of a simple straight line.
Wow.
Boom.
That's
awesome stuff. And it was small as well with the record player.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
Well, also on this day in 1940, during World War II, the bombing of British cities known as the Blitz began. Now, this gave rise to the term Blitz spirit, meaning stoicism. Or stoicism. Stoicism, that's the one. And of course, determination in difficult or dangerous situations. That's why we call them the Blitzbokke.
And that's why they were stoic. So please use that in a sentence today. Stoicism, if
or
you can.
stoicism, if you want
Stoicism, if you can. No one's going to know either way. Then this is a massively important day for us, for our beautiful country, and for one of our favourite sons. On this day in 1986, Desmond Tutu became the Archbishop of Cape Town. An incredible human being. Of course, this was 2 years after he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984 and became the first black person to lead the South African Anglican Church. So many milestones.
We love him. We really do. Well, that's our bite-sized dose of what happened on this day in history. So seize the day and make sure you make it one for the books.
Be stoic.
So much, guys. Well, your Friday is now officially underway. So good to be hanging out with you, and thank you for tuning in. We're going to be taking a very quick break. When we come back, we talk Rugby Championship. Yep, against the Wallabies. The South Africans are going up against it. Ashfaq Mohammed here. There he is. Hey, he's very excited, but you can let us know, how do you think the Boxer will fare? 021-430-9881. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And then we're also going to be sorting you out for summer with regards to tips when it comes to exercise and diet with Emma Jooste. That's all heading your way after the break. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to get into our very first social media post of the morning. There's a reason why Graham and Ewan are so happy. Why? Because the gorgeous Catherine Kelly Lang, also known as Brooke Logan, is in our studio this morning. And we want to know from you, what question would you like to ask her? Let's see what we have here. I'm going to enlarge the screen just a little. Bonging Corsi says, morning fam, ask her, judging by the 2 weeks that she's had here in South Africa, which country does she love more than her home country or South Africa? That's a good one. Nathan Paul says, yeah, you can ask her for her cell phone number. And that's not going to happen. Also, Sina says, good morning. Ask her how she's experiencing South Africa. Then Caroline says, good morning, all. What keeps her looking so good? And keep up the good work, Kelly. And then, of course, Tuli says, how does she keep up with it all? Her career, her family, her friends. How does she manage it all? I like these. I think we'll definitely squeeze them in there, but keep them coming. Catherine Kelly Lang is in studio this morning. What would you like us to ask her?
Time now to brace for a very busy sporting weekend. Of course, the English Premier League on an international break, likewise the PSL, so we get to sink our teeth into some scintillating international football, which is fantastic. Bafana in action up against Libya, and of course the Rugby Championship continues. Is there any hope? We just don't know. They're up against Australia, the Springboks, of course. Yes. Ashfaq Mohammed now joins us.
How's it going?
I would have felt that we would have been rubbing our hands with glee ahead of the Rugby Championship this weekend.
Yeah.
How devastating was the loss to Argentina? Surely you cannot go on to win a Rugby Championship. The only loss you can get is against New Zealand, surely.
Especially after beating them with a bonus point in Durban. Then you thought, okay, yeah, they're actually starting to play some rugby now, using their backline, their devastating wingers coming into the game. But they just changed the whole template in Mendoza. I didn't understand why Rashid did that, bashing it up with the forwards up the middle. Argentina just waited for them, and they just picked them off. Those one-off runners off the scrum off. It's so easy to defend against.
when we consider how this matchup, a couple of changes, obviously Elton Yankees comes in, experience necessary. Would you say that the form of Andre has motivated that, or was it purely to get a more experienced backline together?
I think Andre is firstly batting with his goal kicking, particularly, but also game management, you know. We had a situation where Willie LaRue's coming in as a second fly-off of certain plays, and for me that doesn't work. The fly-off is a general, he must call the shots. So it's almost like Pollard wasn't the general, he's not taking charge. Whether it's a game plan or not, he should insist on it. And hopefully we see that from Elton this weekend.
And you want Willie running free at the
yes,
back. He
exactly.
must be able to run into spaces,
as a fullback,
pop up.
as he normally does, you know. He's got the pace and the skill, so let him do it.
I'm excited to see Damien and Jesse Creel obviously back into that centre berth. Do you give us any hope? Can we beat Australia?
I think if they play the right game plan, there's certainly hope. And look out for Cheslin Colby, could make his debut off the bench.
I think he will. I think he will. He's an impact player, bar none. But you can let us know what you feel about the rugby coming up tomorrow. Can the Springboks do it? 021 430 9881. Give us a shout very quickly. Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers off to a flying start. We want to maintain this. Where's Bafana's headspace at against Libya? What do we know about them?
Libya, their coach already said they're in awe of Bafana's wingers and their pace in midfield. Of course, everybody struggles with strikers in Africa. So I think they're going to pack their midfield to try and stop guys like Percy Tau, particularly up there. So hopefully Bafana can play with that pace and get through their defence. Yeah,
and hopefully Percy's form follows through from the league. He's been absolutely amazing over the last calendar year. A couple of other things to look out for over the weekend. The US Open finals. We obviously have our semi-finals, the men's later tonight. UEFA Nations League. What do you make of the UEFA Nations League? Is this the World Cup reborn? Where did this come from?
Look, I think they want to get some competition around friendlies, you know, so that in the past friendlies were sort of meaningless. So now there's some structure to it, but let's see, just the first round now, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, give those national coaches some motivation to get the players out of their club
and some
duties.
new guys also after the World Cup coming in, and some other guys have retired, particularly with England. Jamie Vardy and the boys have quit.
So we've got lots of football to look forward to, which is fantastic as well. But the main thing is rugby this morning. How do you think the Springboks are going to fare against the Wallabies? 021 430 9881. Give us a shout. We'll phone you back.
Gee, well, do you need some inspiration to get that summer body back? Well, Emma Ewerster is back to give us some motivation.
So here's the deal. If you missed out on getting into shape this winter, then it's time to get off the couch and to get moving. Now, to kick off your workout, start the day with a small bowl of jungle oats and some fruit as well. Now, jungle oats is a popular breakfast choice for loads of athletes and fitness enthusiasts across the country. Made, of course, from 100% pure whole grain oats, jungle oats is low in GI, it assists in heart wellness, and it's also high in fiber, and it'll keep you fuller for longer. And our favorite gym bunny, Emma Ewerster, is back, and she's here to motivate you to start getting into shape for summer. It's not too late. Hello, Emma. How are you doing?
It's not. I don't know. Spring is here.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're here to motivate. We're here to say that it's okay. Look, it's tough getting motivated throughout the course of winter. It really is. I mean, all the comfort foods and the blankies and
I'm battling myself.
It's tough. I mean, even the best fitness athletes out there, they battle with this, you know. But let's focus on, I think, you know, the average guy and girl, you know, like myself as well. Is it necessary to join a gym to make sure that you get in shape? I mean, that's the biggest question. People associate that obviously with gym.
Absolutely. I mean, the gym is a great tool, but it's definitely not the be-all and end-all. If you can't make it to a gym, if you can't afford it, or if you are traveling a lot, you can obviously jump outdoors. There are so many other options that you can do to get the same kind of results, you know.
Exactly. And I mean, one thing that I do, you know, find that's a benefit when it comes to a gym is, of course, the equipment. You've got loads of equipment to your disposal, and that does help.
And fitness professionals.
And fitness professionals. and if you don't have a fitness professional, whether you know how to use the equipment, that's another story.
Yes, agreed.
But can an exercise regime at home be as effective? That's what I want to know.
Of course. It doesn't have to have the equipment. As long as you are self-motivated and you disciplined to be consistent on a daily basis, work up a good sweat, and you kind of know what you're doing, or you're following some kind of program or plan, you can definitely still see results.
Yeah. Let's talk about discipline here, because I really do feel that if you're going to go and you want to really embark on a fitness journey, discipline really comes into play here. How disciplined do you need to be with regards to exercise, continuity with your training, diet, all of those, and what's your top tips? What would you say?
Oh man, that is absolutely the key to anything in life. I mean, staying consistent, making sure that you're getting in that exercise regularly. Not only that, but staying on track with your diet. All of those things are what are ultimately going to get you your results. So I think my top tips are going to be to have a plan, number one. There's so many really cool fitness apps out there and information available that people need to do a little bit of research and find what works for them. Have some kind of way of tracking your goals. So make sure that once a week you are weighing in, or you tracking your progress, or you setting a goal and making sure that you're reaching that goal. Also very important. And then also making it fun, because that's what keeps people consistent. So jumping in with a friend or a class, keeping things varied, all of those things will help.
Absolutely. But I think you hit the nail on the head there when you spoke about goal setting. You have to have some sort of a goal. Otherwise, you're looking into this vast expanse of nothingness, and you just train for what reason?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So a goal, very, very important. That's the one thing that I've learned in my fitness journey as well. You quickly touched on diet as well. With regards to your eating, how should we go about that? How should we view it to make sure that you feed your muscles correctly, that you get the right recovery and after workouts, and also sustain and maintain good eating habits throughout the course of the day?
Yes. Very, very important. And I always encourage something that's well balanced. I know that people have a variety of things that they don't eat or that they don't like, or maybe they are trying the vegan thing. Whatever it is, make sure that within that diet that you are kind of playing around with, that you keep things as varied as possible, so you're getting in your macro and micronutrients, and that is also going to help with muscle maintenance, recovery, keeping your weight down, making sure that your energy is sustained, all of those things. So keeping it really balanced.
All right. And once again, always start off with a good breakfast.
Of course.
Go-to option. Emma, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
you.
Definitely inspiring us. So effectively, would you say it's not too late, right?
It's not too late.
It's not too late. You can do it. You can do it. So there you have it. Getting into shape for summer doesn't have to cost you a gym membership or even getting into a workout routine. It is really, really easier than you might think. Don't make it this mountain that you feel it might be. So what are you actually waiting for? Grab a buddy, join a walking group, get outside, create some fitness goals and incentives as well, and get active. As simple as that.
Oh, we're going to get...
An exciting competition where you can win an incredible prize on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, being a Jungle Oats hamper. And we want to say congratulations to our very first winner, Jabulile Magudulela. Congratulations. Yes. Now, if you would like to be a winner too, then all you have to do is head to our Expresso Facebook page and answer the questions on the Jungle Oats competition post. The competition closes on Tuesday, the 11th of September, 2018 at midnight, and T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
South Africa's original oat champion now has a range of nutritious, delicious muesli. New Jungle Muesli, available in an exciting variety of flavors.
All right, let's kick this Friday into another gear entirely. We've got Sunset Sweatshop here. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Do you think it's for you, babe?
No,
my friend. No, my friend, you got a job to do. It's a rapid fire. First of all, how are you, bro?
No, I can't complain, man. Nice to be back.
So good to have you here. You had such a good response the last time you were here, so I'm expecting good things. I know radio is loving you guys at the moment,
and
so well done.
And it's Friday, eh? So
it is
we must
Friday.
get ourselves in a party mood.
That's why Princess is my queen.
Thank you very much.
So, dude, enough laughter, enough smiling. I know it's great to reunite and all that, but we've got a very important game to play. It's rapid fire. It's unforgiving. There's nowhere to hide. Okay. I'm going to ask you some pretty serious questions. You've got to get through them as quickly as possible.
Can't wait.
You know, you're ready.
I want to clear my throat quickly.
Do it. And I'm just going to fire them, man. You're going to go.
Wait.
In 3, 2, 1. What's your favorite local artist?
Yes, sir. Fok of Politieguard.
I love it. When it comes to doing dishes, washing, wiping, or packing away?
None of it.
Good answer. If you could perform anywhere in the world, where would that be?
Belgium.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the last album you bought?
The last album I bought was Fok of Politieguard.
I was going to say, you could have bought your own. Your favorite pizza topping?
Pineapple.
Wow, you're going to throw you out of the studio. Favorite series to watch on TV?
My girl actually forced me to watch Gossip Girl.
And?
Yeah, I enjoy it actually quite a lot.
Nothing wrong with that. Your favorite veggie?
Carrots.
Carrots, good for you as well. I like that. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Of course. The last person you texted?
My girlfriend.
Yeah, I was going to say, just say your girlfriend. Don't be stupid. Come on. If you could visit one place in Africa, where would that be?
Mozambique. I haven't been there yet.
Ah, man, I think they must book you. Okay, so I'm gonna take my rights, and your time's up. You did really well there. What's your favorite emoji?
the one with the one eye closed and sticking out the tongue.
Yeah. Why? Is that how you feel most of the time?
Most of the time, yeah.
Oh, buddy, well done. We didn't get through all of them, but it was quite revealing. I feel like I know you
Cool,
so much better now. Dude, Sunset Sweatshop, every time we connect with you, we want to know what the name means. Have you come up with a better meaning?
Nothing better yet. It's still after the sunset we sweat. So yeah, after we get home from our 9 to 5 work, we actually do something we love and we get down boogieing and jamming. Yeah.
And you'll see just how much they get down when they perform. The performance element is amazing, and I'm so glad you've kept
the kafta.
the trademark. We absolutely love it. How long do you think before the day jobs will be out the window? When you look at the success of Move It, Chasing Gold, surely you guys can take the leap now. Where are you in your
It's
own
hard
life
to say,
story?
but yeah, hopefully we can see into next year, how it's going now. So we hope for the best. Yeah.
This music thing. How does it feel getting a response? Because there's very little validation in the South African music industry. So when you do start topping charts on radio, you start winning awards like the best English song. Did you ever think you would own the best English song?
No, never. I'm Afrikaans boytjie from Bellville.
Yeah, of course. How does all of that feel?
It feels amazing, man. The response on the new album, Chasing Gold, since we released it, we just keep on getting WhatsApps and Instagram messages, and everybody has their own favorite song. It's not only Move It, there's different stuff on the album, like alternative type of stuff as well. And the response is amazing at the moment.
There is definitely a space for the kind of music that you're making, and definitely a space on stages across festivals for the way that you guys perform. You'll have to see them to believe them, but they are here to perform for you this morning. Ian, well done, buddy.
Thank you, my bro.
Smash for you. You can finish your coffee.
Cheers.
We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Look, it's here. Look, it's here, this man, yeah, we're going to talk to him in just a second. But listen, it's a big weekend ahead. We're talking sports. It's the Springboks against the Wallabies this weekend. Share your predictions. How do you think the Boks will do out on the field this weekend? 021-430-9881. We want to hear from you.
Now look who's here. Yes, finally, Dalen Oliver is in studio this morning. And of course, we're talking about the return of his much-loved comedy show called Face for Radio. Well, something must be going on because apparently he's got a face for TV too. Just saying.
Get the click. Can I get some track as well with the click?
Open up your heart. Hey, are you coming on?
Get some 1, 2, and I don't get any. I can't hear any track. Oh, this is Molly May. The wrong track. We didn't coming along first.
Hey, are you coming along? Breathe in the love. Open up your heart. Hey, are you coming on that? Breathe in the light, open up your arms. Hey, are you coming along? Breathe in the love, open up.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us. You can see I'm trying to talk as fast as possible. Why? Because I want to squeeze in as much of this man's genius when it comes to rugby. I know you've followed the Springbok.
Yes.
Can I call it rebrand quite closely? Because this is a different Springbok team, very different objectives under Rassie. How much of a blow was last weekend? Can we get over this? Should we just divorce ourselves from the idea of winning the rugby championship now?
I think so.
The pain?
Yeah, because they needed actually a bonus point win in Argentina to really have a chance of toppling the All Blacks. You know, the All Blacks beat the Wallabies with bonus points in both games. Yeah, so I think the bigger picture is a World Cup next year. So Rassie made a good call there to change the team up a bit, give a few other guys an opportunity, see if they can handle it, you know. Elton Yankees has spoken about before, he's had a few chances. This is his big game. He's got to put his foot down.
Is this his last chance ahead of the World Cup, or do you see him still being in that World Cup squad regardless because of experience?
I think he'll still be in the mix because there aren't really any other flyers who can say they're better than Pollard and Yankees at the moment. Although Damien Willems is the next big thing. Watch out for him in a couple of weeks' time.
Will he be in that fly half berth, do you think, by the time we get to Rugby World Cup? Or
possibly. It depends on how he goes. I think he might get more opportunities on the end of year tour or possibly against the Wallabies in South Africa in the return game. So let's see what happens there.
A star like that you want to manage. Cheslin Kolbe, how do you see him playing a part in this? We've seen him in Europe doing some amazing things. His line-breaking ability is just off the charts.
YouTube video went viral.
I think I saw it on your timeline, buddy.
That's just unbelievable. And we used to that here in Cape Town for the Stormers. He's done it for many years and never got an opportunity. He was on a 2016 end-of-year tour with Alice Okutia against the Barbarians, didn't get a chance. So now he's got his big break. Hopefully he gets enough game time to make an impact.
But it certainly does speak to, hopefully, a need or a desire to get the ball out to the wings, the incredible pace that we have at any given moment. And anyone who says he's too small for the international game, just look at the likes of Damien McKenzie or some of them. Yeah, no, completely.
These guys are hard stepper.
What do we know about Australia? They looked like they were playing quite a similar sort of bash 'em up, very forward-driven, possession-driven kind of game.
Yeah, they've also changed up for this week. Curtly Beals, normally the inside centre's gone to fly off now. So that's quite a big change from Michael Cheika, He's the attacking force there as well. So they want to get him closer to the ball. So expect the Wallabies also to play a more attacking style of rugby.
Do you think that's because they see a weakness at the fly-off berth from the Springbok perspective?
I think it's more how they want to play because they've been battling. I think they've lost now 4 in a row. So they needed some change, just try something different. And they've got centres as well. Matt Tumua at inside centre, he's also a playmaker. So they're going to try and test that Springbok defence, which is why Rassie brought Jesse Kriel and Damien de Allende in there, more physical specimens at centre.
A bit of experience. So we've got Sergio now joining us on the line. A very good morning, Sergio. How are you feeling about the Boks upcoming test?
I am feeling good about the Boks, man. Hey, I feel so positive, you see.
That is...
They're going to win that game.
How do you see this one playing out? What do the Springboks and what do Rassie Erasmus and the Springboks need to do to get the win tomorrow?
I think they need to just first and tackling. You see?
Yeah. Buddy, I do see. Sergio, you've hit the nail on the head. Thank you so much. A score prediction, what do you think?
22 for the Boks, 17 Australia.
That's a bit too tight, man. That's a bit too tight, but I'll take it. Sergio, thank you so much. Have an awesome, awesome weekend. Hopefully we can connect with you on Monday. That's Sergio, score prediction. Do you want to give me one?
Sure, it's going to be tight as well, I think, but the Boks 2018.
Wow, man. It's not a World Cup final, guys, but it's certainly going to be a stern test for Rassie Erasmus.
It's going to have an impact.
I think it's going to be a very tight one, but there's going to be a lot of excitement, so much pace on that field. You can continue to let us know on social media how you feel the Springboks are going to do up against the Wallabies tomorrow, midday.
In the national news this morning, Energy Minister Jeff Radebe says OPEC member countries have given South Africa a guarantee of secure oil supply. He's been holding discussions with delegates from the Global Oil Producers Group at the 3rd Oil and Power Conference in Cape Town. The chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, says if the members of the Gupta family implicated in state capture feel they will be arrested unlawfully, they can approach the courts on an urgent basis to seek remedy. On the international front, Botswana has rubbished reports that nearly 100 elephants were killed by poachers in recent weeks. The conservation group Elephants Without Borders reportedly discovered at least 87 dead elephants near a wildlife sanctuary, many of which had been killed for their tusks. And then finally, in a historic decision, India's Supreme Court yesterday ruled that gay sex is no longer a criminal offence. The ruling overturns a 2013 judgment that upheld a colonial-era law under which gay sex was categorised as an unnatural offence. Well, that was your 6:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Just touching on those headlines again in rugby, the Springboks face a big test in the Rugby Championship this weekend as they take on Australia in Brisbane tomorrow. The match gets underway at 12 o'clock SA time, midday. Then in football, Bafana will be out to continue their winning start to AFCON qualifiers as they face Libya in Durbs tomorrow. Kickoff is set at 3 o'clock SA time. Then in the beautiful game continued, Germany and France couldn't be separated in the UEFA Nations League. as they played out to a goalless draw last night. Some other results, the Ukraine beat the Czech Republic while Wales looked very dominant, seeing off Ireland 4-1. And in tennis, the 2018 US Open Women's Final will be contested by Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka. That was after both players won their respective semi-final matches early this morning. We'll expand on all of those headlines on the top of the hour. Let's see if the roads have woken up.
Right, let's quickly take a first look as to what's happening out on the roads this morning. It's nice and early. 2 incidents you need to be aware of. In the Western Cape and Cape Town CBD, there's been an accident, and that's on the N1 inbound, causing congestion from the Sable Road exit. And then over in Gauteng and Boysons, traffic is slow moving on the M1 northbound. That's between Uncle Charlie's interchange and the Crown interchange, causing a 28-minute delay. So that's a nice and big one. Please plan your routes accordingly this morning. And if you are still heading out on the roads, drive with care. Getting straight into your weather and your temperatures. It's your Friday morning. We asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world this morning. And we had a beautiful picture sent in by Pearl Renike's son, who sent in a gorgeous snapshot of a Mooinooi in Rustenburg. Look at that. Stunning. Thank you very much. You can expect mostly sunny conditions and a nice and warm maximum of 29 degrees. Getting into your temperatures though for the rest of South Africa quickly, with nicer warmer temperatures expected up north and cooler temperatures icy at that for the southwestern regions. Polokwane starting off on 16 minimum with the maximum of 30. Mbombela 18.32, Pretoria 14.28, Johannesburg 10 and a high of 26 degrees and some rain showers expected. Mahikeng 4.24, Klerksdorp 5.26, Kimberley 1 and a high of 15, Bloemfontein -2 and a high of 16, Richards Bay 18.26, Pietermaritzburg 12 and a high of 22, Durban 17.21, Mthatha 7.15, East London 8 and a high of 16, Cradock 1 and a high of 12 degrees, Port Elizabeth 9.18, George 8 and a high of 10 with some rain expected. Some rain for Sutherland as well with very cold temperatures, -2 and a maximum of only 4 degrees. Cape Town 9.14 with some scattered showers, Worcester 4 and a high of 9 also with a chance of rain, Springbok 1.10 and Uppington on 1 with a maximum of a cool 13 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 6:30 bulletin. I'll bring you an update on your traffic and your weather at the top of the hour.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Now, while our next comedian says he has a face for radio, he has done remarkably well on stage and on screen as well. Silver screen, that is. He is also incredibly popular. In fact, his hit show called Face for Radio is returning for a second run at Cape Town's Baxter Theatre next week. Everyone, can we give Mr. Funny Man himself, Dalen Oliver, a warm welcome to Expresso.
Thank you. Beautiful. Can I hire you for my show?
We can. Rent a crowd. We are available. We need to make that money, honey.
There we go.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
listen. First of all, I would like to just say, why do you say you have a face for radio? Because you look like Vin Diesel's younger brother.
A malnourished Vin Diesel. He was actually in town. So Vin Diesel with the almost dad bod.
Okay, almost dad bod. No, you're definitely getting there. But Dalen, tell us, why did you name your show
Face for Radio? So first of all, I mean, Leanne, look at this. Take it in. I've got a confident nose. I've got very interesting features. Not big, it's confident.
I've got a confident nose.
And I work in radio. So it's very interesting because people hear the voice, but they don't know what the face looks like.
Yeah.
And then you meet them and you can see sometimes it's just this disappointment of, but the voice and the face doesn't
come
look
together.
The same at all. One day it was weird. I got an inbox on Facebook. One of the reasons we named the show Face for Radio. A girl messaged me and said, we listened to the Breakfast Show on Good Hope. We love you guys. You're awesome. Your voice sounds great, but your face don't look so lekker. And then I was like, yo, that's very interesting. But
She actually said your face don't look so lekker. Wow.
I found it funny, though, because social media gives us this honest space where we just say things.
Yeah.
And I thought it's a cool title. It's very catchy.
Yeah.
And to jump onto that, hey, look at that.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back, say? So what we did also, I was in Durbs and I was chirping one of the audience members because they had a gold tooth, and then the response was, yeah, but your face is crus. And I was like, but that is very interesting. So then I thought, let's start using these funny little puns, etc., to form part of a show, and that's how we came up with Face for Radio. So it's a little fun, but
it's very fun. Now, you've been doing so well. Like, whenever I see you on social media, you're busy here, you're doing your thing, you're traveling, you're touring, which is fantastic as a comedian. But this weekend in particular, you and Carl Weber have been nominated in the Comics Choice Awards, which is happening in Joburg in the category of Comics Pen Award.
Yes.
How does that recognition feel for you?
It's a really cool bit, man. So our show is called Happy Hour. We got a comedy show on radio, and what it is our peers recognizing our achievement over the past year, because it's a peer voting system. So the fact that Happy Hour's got a nomination in the Comics Pen category means that they're saying, yo guys, you're doing something cool.
It's amazing.
Keep pushing. And yeah, we hope to, it's the first year with the station, so we hope to sign that contract. Where's management? Are you listening? Sign the contract extension.
Are you
Please.
watching, management?
Yes.
Are you watching? Now listen, Dalen's show happens just before mine on Good Hope FM, and as I'm driving into work and I listen, it is hilarious.
Thank you.
Lots of ad-libbing, lots of just naturally being funny on the spot. Do you think that enhances your performance when it comes to stage productions?
Oh, big time, man, because in radio, it's all about the economy of words.
Yeah.
Because you have 2 minutes, you have,
Exactly.
it's like TV, you have 1 minute to do a link, so you have to be funny in that specific time. It's definitely helped on stage, translating when you're interacting with audience members, just to get that funny punch immediately. There's nothing funny here, no, not at all.
Yeah.
But definitely helps with radio, TV, and on stage. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, we're very proud of you.
Thank you.
We've seen your career just grow and just, you know, it's doing so well. What is on the cards for the future? What's going to be happening in the next few months?
So we finish up Face for Radio on the 15th of September. Then we're back on the road with some club gigs in Durban and Joburg. And then I'm working on a new show, the third one-man show. Yeah, we were in Makanda, or this Grahamstown.
Oh, wonderful. I love Makanda.
Yes. There's actually a Caucasian man in Grahamstown who's panicking, like, who's Makanda? Anyway, so what happens is I'm working on that, and that will be released next year.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dalen. Of course, it's so great to see you bringing this popular show back. And of course, all the details are currently on your screen. Dalen Oliver's wildly popular one-man comedy show, Face for Radio, returns for another run at Cape Town's Baxter Theatre. And that's happening from the 10th to the 15th of September. Tickets range from 100 Rand to 120 Rand. Definitely affordable. And it can be purchased at webtickets.co.za.
Don't ask for comps. Don't ask for comps.
Face for Radio.
Bro, can I have a ticket? Do you mind? Do you have an extra one,
Was
maybe?
he speaking to us when he said don't ask for comps, or
I
was he
think
speaking
so.
to the viewers? Must have been
But I think, Dalen, you should be so hard on yourself, man. You've got a face for TV. Kind of. It's okay.
We love you, dude.
We love you, man. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we help you plan your weekend. It's your weekend 5M top picks with the Roger Good team.
Then bringing a chilling true story to life. We're going to chat to one of the lead stars and director of Ellen, the Ellen Paki story. An opportunity to delve into a very dark, but I think quite revealing story as well. We'll see you for that after the break.
Take it from the top. Can I just get more click, please? More click, more click.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Lest we forget, it is a Friday, and we got just what you've been craving for, an opportunity to see what's happening across the land. And of course, for that, we connect with one of the hardest working teams in radio. I'm, of course, talking about Sureshti Ryder, Carmen Reddy, and Jude van Wyk. And then with them is some guy called Roger Good. Is it Roger Good?
What's happening, baby?
I love you, man. I love you because I see you in airports at 9 o'clock on Saturday evenings, proving that neither one of us has an actual life.
Live, exactly. Do you think it was weird, everybody? There was a bunch of ladies looking at us in horror because we were kissing each other.
and in the offside zone in the airport as well, dude. But so lovely to connect with you guys. It's a Friday. It's been a long week. What have you got for us, man?
Let me tell you, we can't wait for the weekend. First up, we're off to Johannesburg. This guy named Deep Fried Man. He's so funny. He's got a show called In Good Taste. It's happening at the Studio Theatre in Monte Cassino. Deep Fried Man, whose unique blend of music, comedy, and satire has been seen on television, radio, and comedy stages nationwide. And he's back with an all-new, brand new show, brand new material for his 5th solo show. The original In Good Taste was met with big acclaim when it premiered, and now is out to prove that sometimes the sequel is better than the original. Check him out this Saturday from 8 o'clock in the evening. $130 will get you in. Sir. Up next, we're staying in Johannesburg, Durban Day, but it's happening in Josie's at Carnival City. Yes, sir, you heard me right. Durban Day in Josie's at Carnival City at the Sun Park. 2 days of fun at Durban Day in Josie's. Durban Day will be held at the Carnival City Sun Park. Expect bunny chow contests. Sunny competition with cash prizes of up $20,000 in cash. There's a kids zone, a Bangladesh flea market, you name it. It's going down. Loads of live music. It's going to be sick. Saturday, the 8th of September, 10:30 in the morning. $50 will get you in. And finally, it's all happening in Joburg this weekend, dude. Illumination at the Good Luck Bar. Get ready for the ultimate neon party on the 8th of September. Join hundreds of partygoers in and out of luminance, a wonderland heard about Joburg's most trendy venue, the Good Luck Bar. You come dressed to impress in the best Luma outfits. Anything goes as long as it glows. From 8 o'clock, $75 gets you in. Graham, what do you say?
I'm going to go dust off my luminous Unicharge in the meantime. And of course, if you can't make it up to Joburg, we've got something that will bring back a little street cred in your life. Night show, The Genesis at 12 Wesley Street Gardens here in Cape Town. Night show focuses solely on new hip-hop and the best hip-hop from the last few years. Night show is known for its high energy, pace, and excitement. The goal is to create fresh, exciting new experiences. It's not just the music, and for party attendees and acts alike, whole growing and connecting through this community through music. Sounds absolutely awesome, and that's going down tomorrow from 6 till the wee hours. 80 to 150 Rand will get you in, and that is what we got for you, Mzansi Wood. All I need to complete my life is one heartfelt hoorah. And I did feel it. I did feel it right in my heart.
Oh, well, it's time for us to get into our entertainment news of the local kind. Mzansi Wood is in the house. We're still joined by the one, the only, Dylan Oliver, with the face for radio and
Can
TV.
I just share?
And you and Strader, what are you wanting to share?
I randomly just went on Instagram right now and I just pressed the search button by accident. And guess what popped up?
What popped up?
Dylan Oliver. With a very hairy chest and a mic in his hand.
I was in another TV show. And
what is this, bro?
Essentially,
naked and afraid.
Yeah, there was the strip, and then I ended up topless on TV, and my chest is like a Goldilocks. You know the Goldilocks?
Okay.
That you used to clean the dishes.
Yeah.
So if people question my roots, I'm like,
Okay, so if we need a pot clean, just like
bring me, I'll do that.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
That's me.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Listen, if you want to repeat that, you don't have to. Well, let's talk about something that, of course, took place on social media not too long ago. In a lengthy social media post addressed to his friends, family, and fans on Wednesday, an emotional Craig Lucas spoke out about being gay and, of course, trying to take his own life as a result for living and turning to drugs and alcohol to help him cope. Now, speaking to the Daily Voice, Lucas said that he spoke to his mom, Jennifer, before posting his coming out letter online. He says, I spoke to my mom before I did it, just to make sure that she was okay with it. I just needed my mom's approval, he says. I was so calm about this, I made myself some tea, sat with my laptop, typed it all out, uploaded the letter to Twitter and Facebook, and then I put a movie on afterwards. Now, Craig says that he had nightmares before posting the brief and was heartened by the flooding in of calls and messages from people that supported him. And in the letter, Craig recalls the moment in 2011 when he realized that he was in love with a man. He explains that he finally found a sense of freedom when he came out to his family in 2016.
Can we just give Craig a round of applause, guys? Because
I read this letter and I was just like, whoa, that was heartfelt.
I'm happy for this man. You can't keep living a life that you're not comfortable with. He needs to come out. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm so proud of him for taking this step because I want him to be happy, man. He's a brilliant performer.
And also, he's so authentic in everything that he does, even in his music. To not live an authentic life is just, I think that's the saddest
and
part.
well into social media, man, because that's the part that it doesn't make or break us, but if they all come together and stand with us, then Craig's people are like, oh, yeah, bro, it's cool.
Exactly.
You're still Craig.
Yeah.
You're Daedalic, don't stress about it. We
You're
got
still
you.
the same person.
And the mom's is cool, family's cool, the circle's there, man.
Listen, it always comes down to, is the mom okay with it?
Yes.
If mom's okay, everything is right with the world.
Yeah. No pressure on the next guy, Craig. Your mom still has to give approval. Yeah.
Love it, man. Yeah, well, definitely looking forward to what Craig Lucas will bring us in the future. It's going to be phenomenal. Thank you very much, Leanne. Thank you, Dalen. You're going to be hanging out for the rest of the morning as well. We're going to get into your international entertainment news a little bit later on.
So now we're going to take a rather dark turn and something that is steeped in South Africa's own history and not that past. We take you back 11 years when the headlines, of course, were rocked by the death of A.B. Pakkies, who was murdered, strangled by his very own mother at the age of 20. Now comes a film adaptation of a woman put through the penal system, tried for murder, but ultimately driven by an unflinching love of her son. And what a story to tell on film. Joining us now is the film's director, Darren Joshua, and Jared Gadult, who plays A.B. Pakkies. Gentlemen, it's a tough one. Just trying to take myself back to that time, because there was something just so powerful when the story first broke. Maybe I can start with you, Darren. Why do this story? Why tell the story, and what went through your mind when you first started trying to wrap your head around it?
Well, I got the script. I got approached by the producers, and obviously because of the content, I was very reluctant to do something like this, and I kept on turning away from it. And at the last moment, they asked me to meet with Ellen herself, and I was like, okay, and I still wasn't convinced. And then within 10 minutes, I changed my mind because she convinced me. She felt that the story needed to be told as broadly as possible, even if she can help one person, then she would have done a job. And when she said that to me, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe it is time to tell the story.
The story, then of course you've got to actually bring it to life and sink into that time, that space, no more so than for you, Joshua, playing A.B. What has this process been like? What attracted you to the story?
Well, again, man, like the subject matter of drugs and addiction on the Cape Flats, I think that's initially what attracted me, to wanting to be a part of this film. And also, I mean, just wanting to be a part of something that is much, much greater and much bigger than yourself, and that can also, in some way or shape or form, change something, in the world or with the people of South Africa, So that's generally what attracted me to this film.
And something this deep and dark and intense as an actor, you must be like, yeah, now I can really test myself. How much of a test was it? How deep and dark did you have to go?
For me, it wasn't. I was excited to tell the story. That was the initial excitement for me. But in terms of the preparation and intensity of the character, I think I did a lot of inwards searching.
Sure.
And I spent a lot of time with Auntie Ellen herself. I spent a lot of time with A.B. and his friends. Just to get an understanding of what he was like. And what it was like before drugs and after using drugs, And so that gave me a very cool, a very nice understanding of who he was in terms of me, coming up with a personality and characteristics for him. And I mean, it was challenging at times, but for the most part, I think we did it justice, man. I think we did a good job.
Do you feel that pressure when it is a real story? How much creative license do you take to tell that story? How do you find a balance between those?
It's a tricky one to do because, like all this trauma with Ellen and her son happened across about 7 or 8 years. We're trying to do it in
You've got to tell a story
in 2 hours. So it's just important sitting down with Ellen and finding what those key turning points were. And then kind of condensing it in a way that still works as a film, So yeah, it was tricky. And I would say creative license-wise, we got about probably 80 to 90% of the truth there, and that 10 to 20% is how time unfolds, which we lie about. You know what I mean? It's just.
How did Ellen feel about the end product?
We organized a private screening for her, and she essentially had final cut. You know, if there was anything that she really felt was out of place or wasn't truthful, we were prepared to remove it. It's about a 2-hour film. It took us about 3 hours to get through it with her. Obviously, because there were certain scenes that struck certain nerves and that.
Yeah.
But in the end, she felt that it was a truthful representation, be it in a 2-hour version of an 8-year journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gave us her endorsement.
Gentlemen, I have a feeling this one is going to make its mark on cinematic history as well, just as big as the story was. But as both of you have highlighted, this is something that needs to be spoken about and as broadly as possible. So well done on finding this platform and getting it right. An incredible story to tell, and it sounds like an incredible achievement as well. So well done, guys. Cool.
Thank you so much.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show, today could literally be the best day of my life. Why? Because we are making, or rather seeing a recipe for a masala steak Gatsby in the house. Life made, dreams made. It's good.
You can see how passionate
It's
Leanne
a
is
good
about
day.
this. This is what masala Gatsby steak thing
You know.
going on here. Leanne can't
You know.
wait, man. I'll try and save you a piece, I promise. And then also stick around because after the break, these guys will be performing. We have Sunset Sweatshop with us in studio. They are phenomenal. Don't miss that performance after the break.
Join the party on Top Billing this Saturday evening as Boiti Tulo styles her new line of jumpsuits and jackets, then dishes up some shemurai, her kicking out of self-defense. We meet Inga Gubeka, the man behind his own premium African luxury brand, and taste the reason why Italian stallion Alessandro Cugiane's Santon restaurant has a waiting list a month long. That's Top Billing this Saturday at 6. Repeat Sunday at 12 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Hey, are you coming along, breathing the love, open up your heart. Hey, are you coming along, bringing the light, open up your arms. Hey, are you coming along, breathing the love, open up your heart. Hey, are you coming along, bringing the light, open up your arms. Hey, are you coming along, are you coming along, are you coming along. Hey, are you coming along, are you coming along, are you coming along.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Your timing is absolutely perfect. It's the weekend. It's a Friday, so we're going to kick it off in style with Sunset Sweatshop in the house. They've got a brand new album out now, Chasing Gold, available for download on iTunes, all your major popular platforms. Go and support local artists. We're going to give you just a little taste right now. Their energy is infectious, so I warn you, move tables out the way. You're going to get up and dance. Are you coming along?
Yeah, man. Here we go. Hey, are you coming along, breathing the love, open up your heart. Hey, are you coming along, bringing the light, open up your arms. Hey, are you coming along, breathing the love, open up your heart. Hey, are you coming along, bringing the light, open up your arms. Hey, are you coming along, are you coming along, are you coming along. Hey, are you coming along? Here we go. Hey, are you coming along? Step to the beat, dance to the drums. Hey, are you coming along? Let loose your feet, soak up the summer. Hey, are you coming along? Breathe in the night, open up your heart. Hey, are you coming along? Lift up a drink up the sun. Hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, are you coming along? along, hey, hey, are you coming along, are you coming along, are you coming along, hey, hey, are you coming along, are you coming along, are you coming along, hey, hey, are you coming along, are you coming along, are you coming along, hey, check it. Join the jubilation, join the celebration, it's a revelation. Hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, hey, are you coming along? Are you coming along? Are you coming along? Hey, Expresso, are you coming along?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yes! Oh, man. Your backing vocals were amazing on that one, bro. Give him a microphone. Come on, guys.
No,
Give him
we
a
shouldn't.
mic. That was superb, guys. Thank you so much. We are coming along. Oh, I just pictured the whole studio turned into a festival right there. Okay. We love it. You can show us some love, show them some love. At Expresso Show is the handle to use. Chasing Gold is out now. Go and download it.
In the national news, Energy Minister Jeff Radebe says OPEC member countries have given South Africa a guarantee of secure oil supply. Radebe was holding discussions with delegates from the Global Oil Producers Group at the 3rd Oil and Power Conference in Cape Town. He says South Africa struggles with escalating fuel prices. South Africa is 90% dependent on OPEC countries as it consumes about 100 tons of crude oil every day, which is equivalent to 700,000 barrels of crude oil. Radebe said a security of demand translates into a security of supply. The chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, says if the members of the Gupta family implicated in state capture feel that they will be arrested unlawfully, they can approach the courts to seek remedy. Zondo was reacting after the Gupta's legal representative Mike Helens argued that the family fear they will be arrested if they come to this country and that the Hawks and the police are recklessly incompetent and a national embarrassment. Zondo has again called on the public to come forward with evidence. Now moving further abroad, Botswana has rubbished reports that nearly 100 elephants were killed by poachers in recent weeks, saying the claims were unsubstantiated and sensational media reports. Earlier this week, the conservation group Elephants Without Borders reportedly discovered at least 87 dead elephants near a wildlife sanctuary, many of which had been killed for their tusks. During the period of July the 5th to August the 1st, only 58 elephant carcasses were officially reported. Upon further investigation, it was found that most had died of natural causes. And then finally, in a historic decision, India's Supreme Court yesterday ruled that gay sex is no longer a criminal offence. The ruling overturns a 2013 judgment that upheld a colonial-era law under which gay sex was categorized as an unnatural offence. The court has now ruled discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation is a fundamental violation of rights. Although public opinion in India's largest cities has been in favour of scrapping the law, there remains strong opposition amongst religious groups in conservative rural communities. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Of course, the biggest talking point this morning, the Springboks up against a very tough opposition in the Rugby Championships this weekend, taking on Australia in Brisbane tomorrow. No separating the two teams when they met last year, as both of their encounters ended in draws. First 23-all in Perth, then a 27-all game in Bloem. Some other matches to look out for this weekend. We'll expect New Zealand to win as they welcome Argentina to Trafalgar Park as well. Then on to football. In the international break, Bafana will be out to continue their winning start to AFCON qualifiers as they face Libya in Durban tomorrow. Only a goal difference separates the two nations at this stage as they sit at the top of Group E. Bafana beating Nigeria by 2-0 in the opening round, while Libya beat the Seychelles 4-1. Bafana's game kicking off at 3 in the afternoon tomorrow. While elsewhere, we've got Cameroon taking on the Comoros, Kenya hosting Ghana, while Namibia tackle Zambia. Then staying with football, Germany and France couldn't be separated in the UEFA Nations League as they played out to a goalless draw last night. Despite Germany dominating in terms of possession and shots at goal, they couldn't find a way past the current world champions' defence. As a result, the Ukraine beat the Czech Republic 2-1. Wales looked dominant, seeing off Ireland by 4-1. And finally, of course, tennis also taking centre stage this weekend. The 2018 US Open Women's Final will be contested by Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka. That was after both players won their respective semi-final matches early this morning. Our 6-time US Open winner Serena Williams breezed into the final thanks to a 6-3, 6-love win over Anastasia Sevastova, whilst Naomi Osaka saw off Madison Keys 6-2, 6-4. The men's semi-finals take place tonight as Rafa Nadal takes on Juan Martin Del Potro, while old foe Novak Djokovic faces off against Kai Nishikori. We'll touch on those headlines again in a half hour.
Just after 7 o'clock, let's quickly take another look as to what it looks like out on the roads across the country. 2 incidents you need to be aware of. Firstly, Gauteng Bedford View. There's been a multi-vehicle accident, and that's on the R24 westbound just after the Barbara Road interchange. The right lane is obstructed, so please approach that scene with caution. And in the Western Cape Mowbray on the N2 inbound, there's a stationary vehicle causing heavy delays on Hospital Bend. The right lane has been blocked off, so you can expect some heavy delays in that area as well. That's what I have for you in terms of your traffic. If you're still heading out from the roads, please drive with care.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Getting into your weather and your temperatures, heading into your Friday morning, you can expect warmer temperatures up for the northern parts of the country. And if you take a look at the southwestern parts, icy temperatures can be expected as a result of that cold front that swept across the country. Polokwane this morning, 16 minimum with a maximum of 30. Mbombela, 18.32. Pretoria, 14.28. Johannesburg, 10 and a high of 26 degrees and some scattered showers expected. Mahikeng, 4.24. Klerksdorp, 5.26. Kimberley, 1 minimum this morning with a maximum 15 degrees. Bloemfontein, minus 2.16. Richards Bay, 18.26. Pietermaritzburg, 12 and a high of 22. Durban, 17.21. Tata, 7.15. East London, 8 and a high of 16 degrees. Cradock, 1 and a high of 12. Port Elizabeth, 9.18. George, 8 and a high of 10 degrees with rain expected. Sutherland can also expect some rain, but icy temperatures today, minus 2 and a high of only 4 degrees. Cape Town, 9.14. Worcester, 4 and a high of 9. Springbok starting off on 1, reaching a high of 10. And Uppington also 1 degree this morning, and your maximum 13 degrees Celsius. It's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. And as always, please remember to share your pictures with us. We'd love to see what it looks like in your parts of the world. Take those pictures and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, and we'll gladly show them right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Stradom. Time for us to head to social media. Now, you know what, guys? I think you've officially achieved everything you wanted to achieve in life when Halle Berry is tweeting about you. This is what she says, quoting Serena, "I don't like to lose at anything, yet I've grown most not from victories, but from setbacks. If winning is God's reward, then losing is how he teaches us," unquote. Good luck in the semi-finals, Queen, hashtag US Open. And that's currently what's trending. Thank you so much, Halle Berry, for that. Also, Bleacher Report, Serena Williams versus Naomi Osaka, the 2018 US Open Women's Finals. And then just seeing what everybody's saying, you know, how she advanced to her 9th US Open final 19 years after her first one in 1999. And it's, of course, just wonderful to see the love coming out. People saying, is she the most dominant athlete, male or female? You can definitely let us know. And then Jose saying, 1 year after giving birth, Serena Williams, now almost 37 years old, easily beats Anastasia Sevastova 6-3, 6-0. So it's very nice to see what she's doing and, of course, getting her back to where she deserves to be, right on the top.
Right, so getting into your ad break right now, you can see the coffee machines are working this morning. Princess, by the way, do you mind if I get a nice little cappuccino there to start my morning? It's freezing, man. It's freezing in the mother city.
You see how that smile left on my face as I saw the coffee? I think I have an unnatural relationship with coffee.
Something else that's going to be causing a smile on your face. We have the gents from a very popular establishment called Steely's with us in studio this morning. They are here. They've been prepping this entire morning. You have no idea what's been happening behind the scenes, but we're making a masala steak Gatsby to go into your Friday.
It is ginormous.
Wow,
look at that. It is a work of art. I wonder if a particular...
Breakfast.
I want to call her a celebrity, but she's been a part of our daily lives for so long as the star, undoubtedly, of the bold and the beautiful Brooke Logan, a.k.a. Catherine Kelly Lang, is in the house. She is joining. Is she here yet?
I don't know. I haven't seen her yet.
She's apparently getting her makeup done. This is a real thing. It's actually going down. She is here, and we're going to meet her after the break. Stick around.
Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Follow that funky sound. You know what it means. Time for our Tech Daily Update. And we're going to focus on social media, and this might get the blood boiling a little bit. Just thinking about it certainly is freaking me out. Facebook and Twitter, we know, have managed to attract incredibly large audience, unprecedented audiences through their businesses, with most of their revenue coming from ad targeting and data collection practices. Feel the blood boiling. However, a lot is unclear when it comes to how that automated system actually works to sort and block content that needs to be removed. Here to unpack all of this is our tech expert, Brian Smith, who is also an economist and a psychologist. and I love the fact that you really do think about these angles from different, I suppose you have to because you're a forecaster and you've got to see what's coming. But I don't even know where to begin. We know that maybe the congressional hearings is a good place to start because this is the first time we've had a kind of watershed case saying, okay, you do actually need to be monitored. You're on every phone, possibly in the world bar China. Where do we stand at the moment? How much monitoring is going on, and what was the big kind of revelation coming out of these congressional hearings?
Firstly, thank you. It's great to be back. And that's a really interesting question. These hearings come after Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO and founder of Facebook, appeared before the US Senate earlier this year. And as many of our listeners might remember, that was first prompted by allegations of Russian interference in the recent US election in which Donald Trump was elected president. Now, these US hearings are essentially a bid by the senatorial committees to demystify social media, and that's a very broad term. But essentially, it's a bid to clarify how social media algorithms work, how content is shown, and to specifically unpack how users' privacy is safeguarded, or if it's not at all.
So what sort of questions were asked? What did they want to find out, and what were the big findings?
So chiefly there were two very specific centers of questions I think we can broadly talk about. The first one specifically was unpacking how content is shown on social media. Of course, dealing with censorship or bans or otherwise, the depiction of certain content at the expense of others is a big concern for political entities when obviously there's allegations as serious as election interference.
Yeah.
Secondly, there was an attempt to unpack how users' data is stored. Evidently, as a result of the Cambridge Analytica scandal, we're very acutely aware now of what we put on social media and where and how our data is stored and how it might be used to influence our opinions at a later stage.
All of this is very good and well, and it's fantastic that we've reached a point where the questions are being asked, but who is ultimately the watchdog? Is there a watchdog? Who's monitoring this? Because we don't have any way of ultimately finding out if we are in. They can say we're protected, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
That's a very interesting question, and obviously now in 2018, we're in a world where the size and scale of social media networks, as you alluded to earlier, are unprecedented. We've never really had a worldwide social network that can connect this many people all around the world. And up until now, there hasn't been a watchdog. So a major takeaway from these hearings, at least it might start specifically in the United States, is there may be new regulation or perhaps a watchdog group to govern how social media companies execute their algorithms, how they show certain content, and specifically how their policies work about safeguarding user privacy and then data as well.
Ultimately, I think you want to continue, obviously, educating yourself in this space, but I always assume someone is watching, someone is listening, someone is storing the data, and just live a little bit more freaked out in that way. But yeah, I think a very positive step in the right direction when it comes to social media, and possibly we will see the rise of that watchdog agency, something safeguarding our privacy ultimately. Now, it has finally arrived. The moment is here. She is a superstar bar none, certainly in the global soapy space. It is the one, the only Brooke Logan, a.k.a. Catherine Kelly-Lang, sitting down with Ali.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since she reached our shores and she's finally arrived. I would like to say saving the best for last. Without any further ado, please can we give the warmest, most heartiest Expresso welcome to the bold and the beautiful Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly-Lang. Oh my goodness. You're here. You're here. Oh, you need to give me a moment. Is this happening? Touch me, touch me. Are you real? She's real. She's real. Catherine Kelly-Lang, welcome to Expresso.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, this is amazing. I've literally watched your entire, trip and being in South Africa since the moment you arrived, following you on Instagram, seeing everything that you've kind of been involved in. But what has been your highlights of being here? I mean, you've been on our screen for 2 decades.
That's amazing.
It is.
It really is amazing. Everybody I've met here says they have watched from day one.
Yeah.
And I think that's incredible because it seems like the whole country has really watched and are fans of The Bold and Beautiful and love the show. So that's wonderful. And, really it's just getting out there and meeting the people and just seeing how the culture is and how everybody lives and the heritage, I think, which really forms the people here and gives them something really deep within their soul. And I've danced with some of the dancers and the musicians, and to me, and then I kind of get the heartbeat of South Africa. I'm like, this is cool. And then getting out there and helping the kids and giving back to the local communities like Port Elizabeth, because I did the Ironman there. So Ironman Foundation helped by giving back and raising money for the orphanages, the schools, the kids, because they all need a chance in this world.
It's amazing. When I think about our show being a morning show and how people wake up to us and how much they love us, it must be 100-fold with you. Having been on SABC3, our channel, for so long, people feel like they've literally grown up with you. I feel like you're my sister.
Yeah, people say they know me. I mean, they feel like I'm a relative, they've grown up with me. I'm in their living room every single day, and they know me so well. So that's why they all come up and give me a hug. I've got to hug everybody because it's part of the family.
It's insane. Well, I just saw a picture now of you running, and like you said, you took part in the Ironman challenge on this past weekend. I don't know how you do it. To do what you do, to travel around the world, to keep your fitness levels up. I mean, this is no regular competition.
No.
This is a global event,
Yes.
and you took part of it. What was that experience like?
Well, I've been doing triathlons for about 5 years now, and I started with a sprint triathlon, and I quickly moved my way up to doing the half Ironman and the full Ironman, and I just love it. I love endurance sports. I love to swim, bike, and run. I love to get out there and set a goal for myself and accomplish it because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like anything is possible. Gives you confidence in yourself, and it's good to stay healthy. Then you pay attention to your nutrition. You take care of yourself. Gives you energy to do, you know, whatever you need to do throughout the day, and it's you know, moms can be a good role model to their kids. And I'm on the board for Women for Tri, so that's
amazing.
Yeah, to empower women, to help women break down the barriers so that they can do triathlon, the sport that we all love so much.
Absolutely. Well, whatever you're doing, you need to actually put it in a bottle and sell it because you look absolutely amazing. Since like day one, you haven't changed. You look stunning.
I hope I don't look too tired.
No, not at all.
I'm trying to wake up.
Not at all. Just that natural morning glow.
Yes.
I love it. We're here for it. Now, also know that you got a chance to visit Robben Island, of course, when Nelson met.
Well, from up above.
Yeah,
I was in a helicopter.
So you got to see it. You got to see where
got to
Nelson
see it.
Mandela spent so many years of his life. What has the experience been like for you to be in South Africa? You were in Nelson Mandela Bay, which is Port Elizabeth, and just to feel the spirit of Madiba as we celebrate his centenary year. He would have been 100 years old this year.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I just love to see the support and the love that everybody has for him. You know, I didn't realize, I mean, we're on the other side of the world pretty much. It took 30 hours for us to get here. So we're a little bit removed, and it's nice to really be here and learn more about him. Of course, we all know about Nelson Mandela, but to be here in the country and learn more, go to his home in Soweto, see where he lived for 15 years with his family, learn about his wives, his whole, you know, how he started and ended up in prison, and then his journey throughout, you know, is really inspiring and really motivating, and I can see why people, you know, want to maybe take after him a little bit and do some good in this world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I really want to talk about your character, Brooke Logan. Brooke Logan is colorful. Like, Brooke Logan is everything. Everything. I don't think there's a character on daytime TV that stands out as much as your character does. I mean, you've changed lives. You've done the most. Your character has done the most. How do you separate the two after playing the character for so long? You know, being her and then coming home and not taking her with you. Are there moments when you take a little bit of Brooke back home with you?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
No, I like to leave that at work.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I go to work, you know, in my jeans and tennis shoes, and then they put my start putting my makeup on and doing my hair, and then I put Brooke's wardrobe on, and then I start rehearsing my lines with the other characters, and then I feel like, oh my gosh, Brooke, there's Brooke. And then after I do all the scenes and work for the day, I take off my makeup, I shower, sometimes just right in the dressing room, just because I want to feel like myself again. I put on my clothes and I go home, and I'm like, oh, yeah, and I just kind of leave her at work. That's good, leave her there. She is so close to me. You know, I played her for 31 years. She's an amazing character. She's been through so much. You know, she's been fun because I think she's kind of a real person. You know, she has a big heart. She goes after what she wants. She makes a lot of mistakes. Sometimes she doesn't learn from them. Sometimes she does. And then she has the experience of having her family and her children. And I just feel like she's had a lot of real life, you know, experiences as a character. So people can relate. Maybe they love to live through her. I don't know, maybe, or they love to hate her. But I've had really warm reception here. I thought people were going to be more like, oh, we hate Brooke. She's so gross after, you know, everything she's done. Like, but really people are like, we love Brooke. She was a role model for us in a way. Not, you know, not to do all those crazy, horrible things, but just because she was a strong woman and she wouldn't give up and she would she would go after what she wanted.
Well, thank you for bringing this incredible character to life for the last 31 years on our screens. It's been absolutely amazing.
Oh,
We've loved you. We love the
yeah.
fact that we get to have you here on our couch as well. And yeah, it's been so wonderful having you in South Africa. Thank you. Thank you for visiting our shores.
It's been amazing being here. And next time we're going to come and we're going to even see more sights.
Yes.
Have a little downtime.
Absolutely.
Thank
Downtime
you.
is absolutely essential. Now, if you think that you're going to flip your channel, then I think you need to have your priorities straight, because we have one more opportunity to hang out with Catherine Kelly Lang right here on our show. So stay tuned for more of this special occasion as your Feel Good Breakfast Show hosts Soapy Royalty. You can also, of course, you can also get your fix of Brooke Logan every weekday at 6:30 p.m. The Bold and the Beautiful right here on SABC3.
One more time for Catherine Kelly Lang. Put it there. Man, Catherine, you made us wait the entire week. We've been so excited, but yeah, you are finally here. Right now, though, let's jump into the kitchen, shall we? And of course, the Cape Town Gatsby. It is a dish that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world, and it is the bread, of course, that holds all that flavor, ingredients, and love together. Now, the best part of this dish is that it brings people together, making it the ultimate sharing meal. And we've seen Tabiso experience his very first Gatsby, and we loved it so much that we had to prepare one live in studio. So we brought the guys from Stevie's on the show today to prepare their signature Gatsby, Shafiq and Mohammed. Gentlemen, good morning. And we're also throwing Dale in the mix. He's also just here. Thank you very much for joining us. Guys, just look at that. Feast your eyes. I mean, it is incredible, gentlemen. So we are making a masala steak Gatsby. That is what you're going to be showing us today. Right, so take it away. I think there's a lot that obviously goes in there.
So Ewan, can I just say masala? Say masala.
Masala.
Yeah.
Masala.
The masala is the healthy one.
Is the masala
the masala gives you that lekker feeling afterwards where you go sleep.
That's it.
30 minutes.
So what's the secret? So you obviously start with cutting the bread.
Cutting the bread,
Right.
and
And
then
then
Mohammed will just go on.
talk us through what you guys are doing.
You need to put your sauce, and the best sauce for a steak Gatsby is, of course, Perinese. So you start off with Perinese, and then goes the masala steak, mixed with cheese, masala, and fresh peppers and onions.
Nice. So with regards to the steak, what kind of meat cuts do you use for the steak?
Unlike a lot of people, we use pure fillet steak, cubed, and then we pre-cook it, and then for every order, we put it on the flat top, fresh to go.
So it's tender, that's what we're looking for.
Cheesy, and masala in the mix.
Do you use fillet steak because it's going to fillet the Gatsby?
It's going to fillet perfectly.
Wow, face for radio, man.
So bad. The cheese is here.
The cheese is here. Oh man, okay,
Right,
cool.
lovely.
If you've never had a Gatsby before, I think this is definitely something that
Yeah.
you need to try. Authentic Cape Townian, of course. Joburg is known for their quartas as well. Durban's got the bunny chows.
Yes.
He's definitely celebrating our heritage here. This is so much part of it as well. Right, so
Lovely.
the steak's on.
Evenly spread, so every
Right.
bite, you're going to get steak.
And now, so is there some peri-peri on the chips as well?
Peri-peri on the chips. Peri-peri, salt and vinegar.
Yeah, and what I
Perfect
love...
complement for a steak Gatsby.
Absolutely. And what I love about a Gatsby is that when it comes to the ingredients, you're not shy with it.
No, you throw in. So at what stage of making the Gatsby do you get heartburn?
Once you cut through,
is it when you cut through and you put the roll on? Because this is good. Nice.
Listen, if you want to try your hand at getting this recipe and trying to make it, the keyword is Sasco. SMS that to 33728. That's Sasco to 33728. Try it out. I don't know if I want to attempt making this. I'll head to the guys at Stevie's, but this is definitely something I think you should try at home as well.
Second layer of sauce as well.
The next segment, I think you need to make your own Gatsby for us.
Nice.
You think so?
I think so.
All right. I think it's quite a challenge, eh? Would you say that it is a craft, a skill to put one of these together?
It is a craft.
Because look how perfect it is. It's also, no chips is falling out on the side. Like this is more compact than our bus system and our train system. This is beautiful.
And look how everything just fits in there and it is literally packed in there.
Our pink Viennas are on point.
My goodness. So with regards to the Viennas, what are you guys using there?
We get special Viennas made for us by our local butcher.
Oh, really? Yeah. My
Nice.
goodness, and you can see they do look special. I won't lie, they do look
They're
special.
all the same size as well.
Right.
You like take them to the school, grade 1 to 7.
Went to private school.
Right, next up.
Last
sauce.
layer of sauce.
Nice.
Nothing better than a saucy Gatsby.
What type of sauce is it?
That's burger sauce.
Burger sauce. Now, of course, the one thing with with regards to a Gatsby, not only is it a great sharing meal, it brings people together. That's why we love it. But they make for good photos as well. And you guys have got a lot of photos. You've got an Instagram page,
Instagram Steelies_fast foods, and Facebook page as well.
Steelies_fast foods. And I just had a squiz through their timeline there, and it looks delicious. You get hungry just by looking at it.
Yeah, no, it's quality. It's early breakfast, early lunch, early supper.
Hey, and now some tomato. Are we reaching kind of a final point here, or is it just seems we're just putting things on here?
We just need to make it a little bit healthy, and then
just a bit.
Look, man, when it comes to a Gatsby, you don't worry about those kind of things, all right?
Do you know why they put the lettuce on last?
Why?
Because when they're done, they say, let us eat. All these cheesy jokes.
Wow. Is this not mayonnaise?
More sauce.
Yeah. There.
Wow. It is good.
This is...
I just felt the debit order go off for my medical aid. I don't even have medical aid.
So Dalen, do you think you and I could share this thing alone?
Yeah, I definitely. Yes. we will sleep afterwards. This is a good Gatsby, guys.
Gatsby in 2.
And now you start cutting it. All right, listen. The keyword is Sasko. SMS that to 33728 if you want to get your hands on the recipe on how to make this. I would say it's going to be an adventure, to say the least. I think if you want to try and make this at home.
Wear a life jacket.
Wear a life jacket.
Seatbelt, anything can happen.
Brilliant. And then, of course, you do the rolling thing, and this is how you package it. But, look, I'm too scared. I'm actually too scared. I'm too scared. No, I'm not going to do it. Listen, thank you very much, Jez, for joining us this morning. This is definitely a treat. I've had a Gatsby in my life before, okay? I promise. But this is something different, and that is how do you eat it?
I feel like the kid at school who's looking at the food but can't touch it. This is.
So you mean you just get in there?
Can we dig in?
Yes.
You would go for it.
No, you go. I have to still talk.
I don't have a six-pack, so it's
Go
fine.
for it. Listen, it really is true that the best Mzansi meals start with the best bread. So log on to saskumzanzibread.co.za. Share what essential ingredients go into your ultimate Gatsby, your bunny chow, or even your quarter. And it could be you making yours live in studio right here on Expresso. Mzansi, get entering right now. Now, if you'd like the recipe, once again, for this masala Gatsby that we have made this morning, by the gents from Steelies, why not SMS this keyword Sasko to 33728. We'll send you the link to the recipe as well. Yes? What? Are you good?
Yeah, have a chop.
Wait, I think you just messed a little bit, on your head there. Jez, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I would love to know, Catherine, have you actually had a Gatsby before?
Sasko, baking together since 1930.
Now that we've terrified you about Cape Town cuisine.
No, I want some of that. That looks amazing.
The half, please. Save the half.
I'll take that back to the hotel and munch on it later.
So if that inspired you, if you feel that you could be a chef, well, we've got one of the greatest, I think, South African entertainers. Jeremy Mansfield is here, and he's going to help you on that journey. Then I promise myself, no creepy, weird grins. Don't stand there like a complete stalker watching our amazing Brooke Logan in studio, but she's here, and I failed miserably. Catherine Kelly-Lang is here. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You were stalking behind the camera.
And I really was.
Yes.
But it is so worth it. It's absolutely
so
a
lovely
pleasure
to
having
be
you
here. Yes, and it was nice having you guys on the finish line, for the Ironman.
Oh, well, you earned it.
Right after I finished, you guys are doing an interview with me. I was like, this is good.
Whether it's filling your mouth with a steak Gatsby or catching you after doing an Ironman, we will...
Gotta do it all.
We'll take whatever opportunities we can get, but thank you so much. We're loving having you here. Stick around. She's going to reveal a little bit more about her experience here in Cape Town and, of course, this incredible journey that we've walked with her on the bold and the beautiful. We'll see you now.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us for what has been a superb show already, and it's only getting better. If you're a passionate foodie out there, then you're going to be pleased to know that the hospitality industry is growing rapidly here in South Africa. We experience it every day on this show, and one worth checking out undoubtedly if you're about to enter into the job market. Although it is a costly exercise to pursue those studies, the Dream to Become a Chef Foundation is urging young South Africans to pursue this industry with gusto, as well as provide financial aid to those that are showing promise. And here to tell us all about it is one of South Africa's most iconic personalities and cooks, Jeremy Mansfield. Jeremy, love you, man.
Lovely to be here again. I must say, I'm feeling really left out here. This place is like a train station. You've got guests coming in and out and flying. It's wonderful to be back in the Expresso studio again. But I walked in here, everyone gets a hug from Lucian, the floor manager. I didn't get a hug.
Lush, come on, man.
I mean, that is just...
Have you met Catherine Kelly Lang yet? Have you
No,
met
I
Brooke
saw her
Logan?
walking past. I mean, how gorgeous is she?
But you're still my favourite. You're still my favourite. Buddy, you were supposed to have retired. What is going on here? You seem busier now than ever before.
Yeah.
How did you get involved? We know that the cooking has been a part of your life for a long time, but this foundation and this evolution to take you to where you are now, what's gotten you here?
I've been working for many years. I'm an honorary member of the South African Chefs Association through the fundraising that I've done with the late Dr. Bill Gallagher from Southern Sons. And it led to a relationship with Chef Martin Cobalt, who is one of your guests on this show as well. And Martin and I saw the need for a developmental sector in the industry. The hospitality industry in South Africa contributes around about 10% of the gross domestic product in South Africa. Travel and tourism accounts for about 400 billion rand a year. And the entry level into, especially for chefs, into the hospitality industry is very costly. It can cost around about 120,000 rand a year if you're looking at full-time studies.
And you generally do need that kind of training.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how do you guys go about that? I would imagine identifying the talent is a big part of that. The financial aid is a big part of that. But how does the academy step in to help the kids that you are?
The Chef MLK cooking schools, which are countrywide at the moment, will be providing the basis for the chefing experience. And what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at candidates who have the passion to become a chef. You've got to have that passion to be a chef, because it's not a standard working day. You know, you're looking at 10, 12-hour shifts.
You've got to go above and beyond, yeah.
When everybody's having fun, you're working your hardest as a chef. So there is a passion to it. And those are the people that we're looking for, the people with that passion, who can't afford to get into the chefing industry. And we, through corporate sponsorships, we are looking at training those people into the industry.
And I know that that's where you really must be commended, is the amount of work you've done in that sponsorship procurement space. But I suppose you've also had the advantage of having a bird's eye view of the industry. You've sat alongside owners of hotels, the top chefs in the country. You've seen these operational models. What opportunities are there for young foodies, for kids that you're now focusing on? Why do you think it's so valuable to go into this industry?
Because if you have the passion for it, it is something that does give back to you. And it's also, I think what a lot of people don't realize is it's very transportable. Once you're a chef, you can be a chef anywhere in the world.
Or an entrepreneur.
Exactly, yeah. So there are all sorts of different business models that you can put yourself into, and you can travel, which is a huge plus.
You don't want to sugarcoat it, excuse the pun. I know you get to enjoy, the fruits of your labor. You get to eat amazing food. You get to work alongside amazing people. But you've also seen the underbelly of this industry. It requires a lot of work. What do people need to be aware of? What are those things the checklist that people should go through in their own mind before they embrace and engage with you guys?
You want to be a chef? You've got to be prepared to work. And work, and work, and work.
Yeah.
But it's a very rewarding experience. It really is.
Are you a better eater or provider of food?
I'm a better provider.
Really?
I enjoy my cooking.
Oh.
When I'm stressed, I cook. And that de-stresses me. That helps me de-stress.
Oh, well, by the looks of it, you've been doing a lot of cooking. 'Cause you look like you're in a very good space. So cool to catch up with you, but so awesome to see what you're doing to give back to an entire industry, an entire sector. This is something really groundbreaking. So all the best of luck with your efforts, man.
Thank you, my man. Nice to see you again.
You need to be back in the kitchen cooking for us, because I need to feel that love. In fact, we are going to return to the kitchen. There is a lot going on this Friday morning.
Right, jumping into the kitchen once again, and this time something absolutely special. If you're feeling a little bit worn out after a long week, it's time to give yourself a bit of an energy boost. And the best part is that even though this is a plant-based recipe, it will be delicious and healthy at that as well. Now, Abigail Donnelly is back with us in studio to show us how to make a very quick and easy, nutrient-rich cauliflower and cashew curry. Abigail, hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Yeah, fab.
Fab, happy Friday.
Yes, and a great plant-based weekend to come.
Fantastic,
so
show us.
What we've got, cauliflower is actually one of my favourite vegetables and very versatile. So what I do, instead of just sauteing it off in a pan as you would start like a kind of a meat curry, is I've caramelised it. So I've drizzled with a little bit of olive oil, popped it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes.
So it gets that nice colour.
So that's what plant-based is also about. It's like not boiling and steaming, it's just like caramelisation and yumminess to add to the veggies. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So what I've got here is I've got a hot pan.
That's it.
So
And of course, we mentioned
little
health,
bit of
and
oil.
cauliflower is a great source of antioxidants as well, if you think about it.
Exactly, yeah. And you can do so many things with it. I've made burgers with it, all kinds of things. So we've got some beautiful curry paste. I've got a korma paste. You can
So
use
here you can get this at Woolies.
at Woolworths. Those are fantastic.
Pre-packed,
Everything's
I
in
like
there.
that.
Ginger, garlic, turmeric, lemongrass. You don't need anything else. You need a little bit of oil in this. You could use a butter one as well.
Yeah.
Or a Massey-Man curry. It depends. Or a green curry or a red curry, yellow curry paste, whatever you
so
fancy.
it's really up to you what
Just give
type of
that a
curry you
little.
want it
Let's turn that down a little bit. You don't want to burn it.
Yeah.
And then in there goes beautiful coconut milk.
Oy.
If you want a little bit richer, you can use cream.
Yeah.
If you want. As in coconut cream.
Like, I'm a big
You want to
fan
keep it
of
plant-based?
Asian cuisine, and this is leaning towards the
Look at that colour.
Thai style of cooking
Exactly.
as well.
It's such an authentic paste. Already you can see, as you would be in Bangkok on the streets, all the
Oy.
oil has all of a sudden just come, and that is the real testament of a beautiful curry sauce.
Exactly, that is what you want.
And then in we go.
So for our cauliflower,
There's
that's been roasted,
cauliflower.
that
Yeah,
goes
you
in there
could
as
add
well.
brinjals, you could add sweet potatoes,
Oh, man.
potatoes. Just make it your own.
Yeah.
And you
But
can
I love
make
the
it.
fact that we're keeping it simple.
Exactly.
That's the big thing.
And I love the muted colours. I mean, look at that, the
Yes.
caramelisation of the cauliflower and that beautiful curry.
Right.
And then in here, I've got chickpeas.
Okay.
A can of chickpeas that have been drained.
Drained from its aquafarmer.
Exactly, but remember, you're learning about this
I know,
plant-based.
I know, it's
Because I
great.
was just about to say, don't throw that down the drain.
Yes.
Keep it for your vegan mayo,
It's as
which
good
we
as
might
egg
do
whites.
next week.
It's as good
exactly.
as egg whites,
And you can
yes.
make meringues. Maybe we should do that next week.
Maybe we
Aquafarmer
should.
meringues,
Hey, man, that
plant-based
could be a nice
dessert.
one.
We need to do some desserts.
Yes.
As I say, you could use butter beans if you want. You could add lentils.
Right.
Whatever you fancy.
And then, of course,
Some beautiful cashew nuts, just for a little bit of crunch, because it's all about colour-based
Brilliant.
drizzle
High
and
in minerals,
crunch.
great source of dietary fibre
And then, of
as
course,
well.
we always need a little bit of green. So just as you serve, just wilt in these beautiful baby spinach leaves.
Brilliant.
And then you can serve that with jasmine rice.
So that's
you can
gonna
pop
wilt
it
down a
into a
little bit,
pita.
yeah.
Exactly.
I will
you can
eat
add a
it
little
just
bit
as
more
is.
chili. Oopsie. Yeah, exactly. And then,
Brilliant.
hey,
And then
presto,
you have
and then
it.
you've got it. Yeah.
And I love
Beautiful.
that, because this is one of those absolutely explosion of flavors in your mouth, and it's a plant-based dish as well, which I think is
Exactly.
great, because there's been a big drive, like we've been talking about,
Exactly.
more plant-based way of eating. The keyword is Woolworths. SMS that to 33728. That's Woolworths to 33728 to get your hands on this recipe. Here are those steps quickly if you missed any of them. There you have it. Delicious. SMS the keyword Woolworths to 33728 to get your hands on this cauliflower and nut curry. You're going cashew nut curry. Abigail, this is an absolute spoil this morning. Thank you very much. And I think a great idea if you want to stay eating healthy going into the weekend as well, but still you don't want to give up on those flavors.
Exactly. And what is really nice in store in Woolies in about a week's time is the new dairy-free coconut yogurt.
Way.
So just a real dollop on top of that will just like make it magic.
Brilliant. Thank you, Abigail. Always lovely to have you in the kitchen. Have yourself a
Thanks.
beautiful weekend.
You
Now,
too.
also remember, healthy eating comes with a reward. If you are a Discovery Vitality member, you'll get up to 25% cash back when shopping for over 1,000 healthy food products at Woolworths. So make sure you look out for the Vitality stamp on their products in-store, online, and also on the app.
We're going to take the quickest of breaks. When we return, Brooke Logan takes on the Ironman.
Exactly. Everybody, we have Catherine Kelly Lang in studio. Mind blown. And we'll be right back after the break. Wow.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso right here on SABC3. The channel has been the very proud home to one of the most iconic and popular soapies in existence. Let's be honest. Of course, I'm talking about The Bold and the Beautiful. Now, the show's most recognizable character is, of course, without a doubt, Brooke Logan. And the actress who has portrayed her for an incredible 31 years, Catherine Kelly Lang, is here in our studio today. Yes, but she's been here for a couple of weeks, whipping up a frenzy over the last 2 weeks during her first extended visit to our beautiful country. And we are bringing you a front row seat to every step of that journey, kicking off with her first leg in the Eastern Cape.
Port Elizabeth has been nicknamed the Friendless City, and of course it serves as the perfect backdrop for SABC3 and Expresso to welcome legendary actress Catherine Kelly Lang to our beautiful South Africa. Ha!
The backdrop for this day in Catherine's South African visit is the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in Port Elizabeth, the first time the pinnacle event on this competition calendar is ever being hosted on African soil.
Sarah, this is an absolute momentous occasion. This is the first time you've got these elite athletes competing and embarking on African soil. What does it mean for the organization?
It feels amazing to be here in beautiful Nelson Mandela Bay in South Africa. It's a momentous occasion, as you said. It's a two-day race with women racing on Saturday and men racing on Sunday, and we couldn't be more happy to be here. We're calling the race the fiercest race in the friendliest city, and that certainly is true. The people are so friendly and welcoming. We're so honored to be here.
This year you have a legitimate beloved superstar in Catherine. What sort of specialness has she brought to the event?
Catherine Kelly Lang is just a wonderful, wonderful athlete. Everyone knows her as Brooke Logan, but for us, she's a tremendous representative for the Ironman Foundation and for Women for Try. She's been here all week representing the Ironman Foundation and our 4 legacy projects. We are improving the lives of local children, building schools, buying school buses, and she's actually going to come and help us paint some of the school cottages after the race. She's also representing women. There are women from all over the world who are here representing Women for Try, a program of the Ironman Foundation that works to bring more women into the sport. Kelly is an incredible ambassador, and she's a great athlete, and I think, as you can tell, besides being beautiful on the outside, she's beautiful on the inside, a great humanitarian.
I know what you may be thinking. Even without a hectic shooting or traveling schedule, what else does one need in order to prepare for a triathlon of this level? Well, Catherine's partner, who is also an athlete, knows a thing or two about it. Dominic, there's so much to see and so much to do here. What has Catherine been able to enjoy during her time in South Africa?
I think the most memorable thing that she's been able to enjoy is probably the safari that she went on, because she loves animals, especially elephants and things like that. So she's been able to see it out in the wild was truly amazing for her.
How have you guys as her team been able to keep her focused on the big prize here between her media tours and meeting fans and everything else?
Wow, that's a difficult question, because Kelly got a little stressed out because she was a little overwhelmed with press and meeting fans and everything, but she knows mentally and physically what she needs to accomplish.
Okay, you have to tell me, how do you think Catherine will do in this challenge?
I think she'll do amazing like she always does. And, you know, I think she wishes she was probably a little better prepared, but I think she'll finish and she'll have a huge smile on her face and she'll be so happy and she'll be really hungry.
Wow, it's been a long and grueling race day for Catherine, but the moment we've been waiting for has finally arrived, and Catherine has emerged victorious. And she gets to celebrate this achievement in a country with the most loyal, bold and a beautiful fan base. Catherine Kelly Lang, you have just completed one of the most grueling challenges, the Ironman Challenge.
Oh, thanks.
How is this accomplishment? How does it feel for you?
Well, it's amazing. I've done a few of the World Championships now, but this was incredible to be in Nelson Mandela Bay and Port Elizabeth and get this medal. It's awesome.
Well, you have one of the biggest fan bases in South Africa. How's it been like spending time with your South African fans?
Everybody's so nice and just so respectful, and they all love Brooke, and they all have wonderful things to say, even though maybe they don't agree with Brooke sometimes. I never knew that it was so beautiful and so friendly. I've just been so happy to work here with SABC3, which is the Network for Bold and Beautiful, of course, and I've been doing a lot for Women for Try, because I'm on the advisory board. Well, we started this 5 years ago, and it's to bring more women into the sport and to achieve their goals in a sport that we all love, and it's really helped. The percentage of women has gone up through the years, and we have an amazing Facebook page, Women for Try, like 60,000 members. There's so much information there for women, so everybody should go there and check it out.
Absolutely. Now you're going to go back to Hollywood. You're going to have something to have to tell your cast members of The Bold and the Beautiful. What is that one thing you are definitely telling them about South Africa?
That the people are amazing, and they have to come visit and just experience it for themselves.
Well, we've spent so much time and wanted to get as much as we possibly could from Catherine Kelly Lang here in PE, but there's so much more to her than what we've seen on the trails here. We've decided you're coming with us to the studio. Now, my question to you is, would you like to cycle, run, or swim to the studio?
I think I'm going to take the car.
Okay, I'll come with you. Let's go. Bye, guys.
Yes!
Wow. What do I is this something you do on every press tour? Just kind of rock an Ironman?
I have to admit, this is the first time I've added all this press into an Ironman week. So it's been crazy, but it's been amazing. And I love that you guys, Expresso was there every step of the way.
We've been stalking you for the last 2 weeks.
I didn't even know. I didn't notice you out there all the time, but that was amazing. Thank you.
Well, thank you for doing so much around official duties. I keep thinking of that poor person swimming who turned to take a breath to see Brooke Logan beside her in the water. But that really is just fantastic. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. But now it's down to business, ladies. Time for something serious. Okay, we know that the soapy, I think the crux of being, and this is for Brooke especially, because she can tell 1,000 different stories with just one look. That 1,000-yard stare that'll break a person down. So we're going to play a game of exactly that. We're going to put you up against our resident starer. Is that the right term? Leanne is going to take you on in a game of the soapy stare game. All right. So you know the vibe. There's your camera that you're going to hammer that look to. You can turn away and look to it, whatever your style is. I'm going to give you some scenarios to hopefully add a little bit of subtext. And then, are you ready, Leanne?
No.
Come on.
I'm not ready.
You're about to step into...
I have to do a stare down
when we make horrible
You
faces.
are stepping into the ring against Rocky right now. Are you ready?
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
So we will give Catherine, obviously, the right to open us. Are you ready, guys? Are you within yourself, Leanne? Come on. I've been trying to wrap this up as much as I can.
Okay. Out of context, it's kind of weird, though.
All right, so this is our first scenario. And Catherine, you can go first. You just managed to embarrass your mortal enemy in public when they ended up falling into the pool after you tripped them as they walked past. Burn! Burn! Yeah.
Okay, my turn now.
Even my director's clapping downstairs. Do it. Is there ever too much? Does your director ever tell you, like, okay, Catherine, turn it down?
Yes, actually, we've done the hand thing. They're like, no hand.
Yeah.
No hand.
That's if Shaniqua was on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Shanae. Okay, our second scenario. You just found out that your sister's husband bought her a new convertible to use just on the weekends. It's like, fair game. Yeah, I'm like, I got my own. Let's see
Is it mine now? Okay, cool. Ed.
How much do you hate your sister? Ooh.
I'm supposed to hate my sister because of that?
You can afford your own convertible. She's like, yeah.
Exactly. It's like, okay.
This is the bold. We all drive convertibles. Yeah, exactly. Scenario 3.
Doing the same thing every time.
Ooh, okay, you're missing true love you thought had died years ago. So this is something you have actually probably had to do in a scene. Just walked into the restaurant where you're eating lunch. I don't know why it has to be lunch, but we have that scenario. Your true love, who you thought had died years ago, has just walked into the restaurant. And of course, if this really was the bold, we would have let that carry on for another 10 minutes. Just wrap up.
Okay.
All right, lost love, Leanne.
So this is me. I'm at a Gatsby restaurant, okay? So.
She's just got a lot of attitude. She's got it down.
Almost there, almost true, but the fact that you actually stopped eating, that just
I gotta keep
a little bit. Oh, okay, on to our fourth scenario. You just found out your child is in critical condition at the hospital following an accident that happened on their school trip. This is quite a dark one.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my God. I can't do that. What is the scenario again? we're going to be
child, I'm laughing now at a poor child having
This
just
is
gone to
terrible.
hospital.
You made me laugh.
In critical condition. All right, your child just gone to hospital.
Something so horrible, you start
I'm
laughing.
sorry.
That's natural, right?
Okay, cool. Okay. I suck at acting. I was just about to say, but anyway.
Okay, this isn't
I think
acting.
you've done it.
This is not.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to call it a competition. This was a celebration of the art of acting. Ladies, thank you so much.
I have to adopt this.
Please bring the hand in just
I'm going to
once.
do this on the show when I get home on Monday.
Oh, Catherine, surely you are powerful enough to introduce the hand. Please.
Yeah.
What an absolute pleasure and an honor having you here. Thank you so much. Hopefully this has been one of the lighter points in your journey after doing things like the Ironman, but we really appreciate your emotional investment in South Africa as well. It means a lot, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, we're going to give you a little time to recover after all of that. We've got Sunset Sweatshop performing after the break. Don't stray too far.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Take my hand, let's go dancing. So come and move your body up to little happy. Let me get a grip on those hips. I wanna see you move it. I wanna see you dance it. Go ahead and do it. Yep.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Right, welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. This Friday has been running away. We've been having so much fun, especially having Catherine Kelly-Lang with us in the studio. Hope you've been enjoying the Friday so far. Let's quickly take a last look at your roads this morning. And in Gauteng, Randburg, in Kaisan, there's been an accident, and that was on the Malibongwe Drive just before Epsom Avenue. And this is causing very heavy delays. Please approach there with caution. And then over in the Free State in Parys, there's been a massive petrol tank explosion. Roads have been closed on the R59 route, so please just find an alternative route. It is closed down, causing traffic and delays at that stage as well. That's where we leave your traffic for your Friday morning. If you're still heading out on the roads, please drive with care.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Just after 8 o'clock, let's quickly take a last look at your temperatures going into your Friday. We've also asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. We've got some beautiful pictures this morning so far. Right now, here's a picture from Jock Knutze, who sent a beautiful skyline from Amanzimtoti, that side of the world. Thank you very much, Jock. You can expect a maximum of 20 today, and you can also expect a couple of morning showers along with it. Thank you very much for all of your pictures. We'll pick up looking at your beautiful pictures again on a Monday morning. With regards to your temperatures going into your Friday morning, looks like you can expect warmer temperatures going up in the north of the country. However, down in the southwestern parts, icy conditions as a result of that cold front that swept across the country. And Polokwane starting off on 16, a minimum this morning with a maximum of 30, Mbombela 18 and a warm one, 32, Pretoria 14, 28, Johannesburg 10 and a high of 26 degrees and some scattered showers expected. Mahikeng 424, Klerksdorp 5 and a high of 26 degrees, also with some rain. Kimberley 1 and a high of 15. Bloemfontein cold this morning on -2. Staying cool with a maximum 16 degrees. Richards Bay on 18 and your maximum 26. Pietermaritzburg 12 and a high of 22. Durban 17, 21. Mthatha 7 and a high of 15 degrees with rain expected. East London 8, 16. Cradock 1 and a high of 12. Port Elizabeth 9, 18. George on 8 this morning with a maximum 10. Sutherland very cold, starting off on -2, staying cold with a maximum of only 4 degrees and rain expected. Some scattered showers still expected for Cape Town today, minimum 9 and your maximum 14. Worcester 4 and a high of 9 degrees. Springbok 1 and a high of 10 and Uppington on 1 and your maximum 13 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for your Friday morning.
So with the opportunity to see all of their unbelievable music videos on YouTube for Move It, especially it is an iconic tune, I think, that broke them onto the local scene. It's doing so well on radio, guys. Congratulations for that. But for me, this is a real taste of what Sunset Sweatshop are all about. Are you ready to move it? I hope so.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Expresso, are you ready to dance with us? Let's pump up this Friday. Here we go. I can't see if you sing it with me, and I can dance. If you teach me, take my hand. Let's go dancing. So come and move your body, act a little naughty, let me get a grip on those hips. I wanna see you move it, I wanna see you dance it. Go ahead and do it. I wanna see your best dance moves here in the studio. See your hands in the studio, clap with me. So come and move your body, act a little naughty, let me get a grip on those hips. I wanna see you move it, I wanna see you dance it. Go ahead and do it. Last time, guys, here we go. So come and move your body, act a little naughty, let me get a grip on those hips.
I have a mouthful of muffin. That was like the best thing ever. Trying on my muffin, having a dance, listening to you guys.
Great.
You are so like authentic. The sound is unmistakable. Obviously the gear is unmistakable. Loving the maroon vibe. But I think for me where it really all comes together is in that live performance space. Where can people see you perform live?
Okay, our next gig is 8 September. That's tomorrow at Aanklas in Stellenbosch. The 21st of September we're playing in Helderberg Fees. It's in it's by the strand.
By die strand.
And then on the 17th of November we're playing Liefde by the Dam. And it's at Merendal Wine Estate in Durbanville. It's going to be huge.
No doubt if you guys are there. So for our very special guest this morning, Catherine Kelly Lang, Betty Dam means by the dam, and Betty Strand means by the beach. But love you guys. And did you see Catherine was dancing, man? She was dancing to you guys.
Great stuff. Thanks, man.
Oh, so awesome having our talented musicians in studio this morning. Of course, we've got Soapy royalty with us. Catherine Kelly Lang is still here. She's loving it. You guys, I don't think she's going to go home. I'm just saying. But after the break, we get our fashion fix on Vogue and on time on with Catherine.
Absolutely, and then we're also jumping into the kitchen. We're preparing heritage meals. We're taking a look at a curry tripe recipe with herb baby potatoes, just for you, Catherine, just for you. Yeah, just for you this morning. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Quiet, soak it up. Celebrate, not even if it's not your birthday today. No, there are millions of people celebrating their birthdays, but you do share this very special day, the 7th of September, with some famous faces. So we thought we'd take you through one or two people that stand out.
Exactly.
Who's celebrating their birthday today?
Very first, born on this day in 1964, we've got Eric Lynn Wright, better known as rapper Eazy-E, and of course, before passing away in 1995, rose to fame with the band NWA and their album Straight Outta Compton, and of course, has been dubbed Godfather of Gangster Rap.
Yeah, man.
Yes, we've also got another celebrity. Do you have that celebrity there, G?
I don't have a celebrity. Well, in fact, every one of our viewers is a celebrity this morning. You know that you are the most important part of our world. So we're going to wish a couple of happy birthdays, and this one coming via Monique, who would like to wish this awesome young Mondre van Rensburg a happy 9th birthday. That's coming on Sunday. Dude, your mom and dad love you to bits and pieces. Then Amelia Alwa would like to wish her beautiful grandmother a happy birthday, saying she's all the way in Durban and watches Expresso every day without fail. Your family loves you. Amelia's grandmother, we love you as well. Very sweet. And then lastly, we've got Klenkiwe Zuma, who is turning 19 and owning life, crushing life. Just look at that pose, man. We hope you are having a fantastic day today. Happy birthday.
Well, that's just our little dose of happy birthdays. And of course, if you are celebrating your birthday, we would like to wish you a happy birthday from our Expresso family to you. And of course, you can let us know about more birthdays using our hashtag Expresso Show.
All right, jumping into the kitchen once again. This time around, excuse me, Catherine Kelly Lang. All for myself. I'm starting to get my words in because it's so exciting to have her in studio. Listen,
it's catching.
It's really catchy. And you are catchy, is right? It's so good to have you with us this morning. Thank you very much for making the time. And I do hope that the early mornings, it was okay with you this morning.
It's okay. I just rolled out of bed, put a little makeup on in here. I have had like 3
She wakes up like this. She wakes up like this. Listen, we're going to be preparing a real traditional kind of meal. You're using tripe. Have you ever heard of tripe?
Is that what they feed you, like on Survivor or something? I think tripe is like...
Close enough.
Okay.
Close enough. So it's the
never had-
insides. Obviously, we're using the insides of a cow. They've been cleaned nicely.
Okay.
You know, it's a delicacy, and you know, for some people as well. So we're going to be making that using our Defy electric pressure cooker here this morning. Do you cook, by the way?
Yeah, my honey cooks.
Your honey
He's
cooks.
the chef in the house. Yes, very good chef.
All right, we like
so
that.
I like to watch.
But maybe, you know, if you can get your hands on a piece of equipment like this,
Okay.
then it could be easy. And it's very, very easy. We've got our
probably.
pressure cooker. It's got this auto stop-start function, which is great. So you don't have to worry about anything else, all right?
Okay.
So we're going to start here. We'll have our cleaned tripe. You can see that's going to go in there. And basically, with the nice thing is you kind of just throw everything together, which is nice. We have our onions. It's going to go for some flavor.
Okay.
Here we have some chopped and peeled tomatoes.
Okay, so that all looks good.
That's it. If you can hand me
What's
the
this?
stock, that's some beef stock.
Beef stock, can I
That
put it in?
goes straight in there. Perfect.
Great. Love it.
And
Love
then
it.
we have some
Let's
vinegar
take
also.
this. Okay. Just dump
Perfect.
that in.
And then we have some
then
spices. So we have some curry.
Oh, it's
we
pretty.
have some.
What is that? What is that?
That is the corn flour. The corn flour,
okay.
yes. And that helps to thicken everything up nicely.
Okay.
So you can throw that
Throw
in there
that
as
in.
well. And that is it. So I'm going to give it a bit of a stir. Is it in there?
It's kind of in there, yep.
It's kind of in there. We like that. All right. You know, this is the one thing. I mean, you've experienced South Africa. It's your first time here. It's your first time here?
It's my second
your
time.
Your second time
but
here.
Yes.
And have you been able to at least soak up some of what, you know, us South Africans are about?
Yes, this time I have, because we've been here almost 2 weeks, so it's been quite an experience.
And by the looks of it, and taking a look at your social media and everything, it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so quickly, close this thing. It sings for you, all right?
This is fancy.
And then I've got just a button over there. It says meat. Bam. And
Meat?
that's it.
Is tripe meat?
No. Well, it's kind of meat, yes, but it's got a meat. It doesn't have a tripe button. It's got a meat button. All right, so you basically just pop that in, and now you wait. It'll start automatically, and it'll tell you when it's finished.
I thought it was done already.
Imagine.
Wow, that's fast.
Imagine. No, this is a really great piece of equipment to have as part of your kitchen and appliances as well. And then what you do is just some baby potatoes. You use it with some herbs. You make that. You boil that nice and soft, and you serve your curry recipe with that.
Nice.
Easy, right?
Well, yes.
I'm trying to convince Kelly or Catherine here that it is very easy to cook, but you know what? It's fine. Honey can do the cooking for you.
Okay,
it's
good.
fine. Listen, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, the keyword is dish. SMS that to 33728. That's dish to 33728. It will be on our website as well, expressoshow.com. Graham, Leanne, get in here quickly. I mean, it's very easy.
Just in case you thought I was just standing dodgily behind the camera again staring at
Everyone.
what's going on in the kitchen. We are going to take the quickest of ad breaks. When we return, maybe we can convince you to make a beef stew with dumplings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Really,
You gonna
really
help?
nice.
There's a lot of food going around. There's a lot of food going around.
I still want to try that.
Yes.
That big sandwich.
And then, of course, we're going to be chatting fashion with Catherine and our very own Nick Strelitz after the break. back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, Fashion Fix on your Feel Good Breakfast Show on Vogue and on time is your weekly opportunity to get into the most current fashion news stories trending right now. Everything you need to know to start your day. So joining us, as always, we have Expresso's fashion editor and, of course, Nick Strelitz, everybody.
Oh, thank you, Catherine.
And then the one, the only, Catherine Kelly Catherine, don't feel bad. This is like Nick's thing. So I introduce him, and then it's like on the show.
And I'm clapping, right? No, you should clap.
That was a moment
for him. We have there's an Americanness here. We have to stick together.
Like
sorry about it.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay, honey. Okay, listen, let's get straight into it. What is happening on the fashion scene, Mr. Nick Strelitz?
Okay, so first, it's such an honor to have you here. Like, this is absolutely incredible. I want to ask you one favor before we start.
Okay.
Can you just slap me? Just punch me in the face. I hate your outfit. Oh my God.
Oh my
That's my life career fulfilled. I'm sorry, we're gonna get back into the real business now. I had to. I had to take the opportunity. I'm gonna love it. Okay, let's start overseas with Burberry, which is one of our favorite labels, favorite luxury labels, but maybe not so much. After this week, it was found out that the company incinerated, yes, burnt, over $28.6 million worth of unsold goods from last year. Yep, and a further 28.6 million pounds this year. A third of that product, beauty cosmetics. So the brand's burnt. Fired. Gone.
No.
So the reasoning behind the brand, a lot of luxury retailers they don't want their goods to end up in discount outlets or on the black market. But this raises big question about
So don't they have a lot of
practices.
friends and family?
That's the question.
Yeah.
And the board members, can they not give it to the board members either?
That's crazy.
So Marco Gabbetti, who's the CEO for Burberry, under big time scrutiny this week, trying to explain why it is that the retailer actually does this, doesn't have the answers. But in a PR stunt, he just decided that Burberry would now nix fur. No more fur in the company. So a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they are known for quite an extensive fur collection. So no more fur for them as well. And of course, they're following in the vein of brands like Versace, Michael Kors, Stella McCartney. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on the fur
Well,
game?
I think it's great that they're not doing fur.
Yeah.
I mean, that should not be allowed anywhere. And faux fur is so nice these days.
Absolutely.
You know, they make it really
Exactly,
beautiful.
exactly.
And if you really want that feeling, you can go with the
can
faux
get it.
fur.
Yeah, but like next time, don't burn. Like sell it at half price. 75%. Come on.
And a third of the products are beauty products. So what's in the materials that are actually being
Oh, you mean like toxins?
Yes,
going into
toxins.
the air.
It's insane.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
true.
still feel a certain kind of way about it, but hey.
Okay, so locally, I want to talk the Glitz Style Awards. So this is one of Africa's biggest premier fashion award shows held in Ghana. The biggest the biggest award was up, which was Style Influencer of the Year for the whole of Africa. And these were our nominees. Do they look familiar, Miss Leanne?
Oh my goodness, I recognize one person over here.
So it's Ghanaian fashion influencer Afua Rida, Ghanaian actress Jackie Appiah, Nigerian fashion designer Lisa Falawiyo, and this is our reigning. So this is Banang Mateba.
Oh, I thought that was you.
She wishes it was her.
I wish.
No kidding.
I wish.
So do I. And who took home the award? Banang Mateba, of course.
She took the award? That's amazing.
For Africa. And South Africa represented.
Look, there's Brooke's bedroom.
Yes. We're getting to that. And, she's more like our Beyonce, Banang Mateba, of course. She's got that iconic sort of vibe. She went to Twitter as well, Banang Mateba. She didn't even know she'd won the award. She posted on Twitter, super casual, "We won? Oh my, that's incredible." So she has so much, that girl. She don't need nothing.
I'm sure she's excited.
Okay, I want to get to you though, because we know your iconic character Brooke Logan was known for leading quite the fashionista life. For once, you own 51% of Forster Creations, if I'm correct.
I have a few times.
A few different times, yes. But we know you're known best for your lingerie line on the show, which I think Stephanie Forster, who's the matriarch of the Forster clan, said it was the best-selling line of all time.
Yeah. That's right.
That's right.
You're doing your homework.
I've got it, girl. I'm on that computer. But I want to talk about some of my favorite moments of your style. So I've got a few images of Catherine Kelly Lang's style.
Oh, stunning.
2018 Daytime Emmys, this was this year. That is my favorite.
Beautiful. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
The designers Hickam and Beck, they designed this dress and they let me wear it for, they're Parisian designers. They let me wear that for the Emmy Awards. This was in Monte Carlo. I do believe this was a Halston dress.
Oh, gorgeous.
Which I borrowed from the Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah. If not, why not,
Bold
right?
and the Beautiful has amazing stock clothing, so I borrowed the Halston dress.
I love the
that was
metallic.
when we won the award for most watched soap opera in the world for the 13th time in a row. And then the other one was also at the Emmys, and that was, oh my gosh, that was a while ago, and I forget. I can't say this, I forgot.
It's okay.
It's fine, man. You look flames. That's all that matters.
It's an Australian designer. What's her name? Anyway.
She's Australian. That's all we need to know.
She was Australian. And she was
I hope that picture got its own Twitter page.
Of course.
Like
Angelina Jolie's got the leg.
You designed it.
This is mine.
Oh my God.
So this is my dress designed in all Swarovski crystals up and down the front. And of course, I had to have the big slit all the way up and stick my leg out because that's very important when you have a dress like that.
Needs its own Instagram.
And it's all satin silk, and it was fabulous. So it's kind of classic, but you know, sexy at the same time.
And of course, purple, the color.
This one was also Bold and the Beautiful, stock wardrobe, and so that was amazing.
And who is this?
This was a long time ago, you guys. That was on the show, Bold and Beautiful. So
this was around the time when Brooke was still a waitress or like something
maybe
like that.
I was also close to marrying Ridge or something.
Yeah.
I'm not Ridge for the first, or his father, or Ridge for the first time.
And creating belief. Do you remember belief?
Oh my gosh, yes,
we need belief in our lives.
But I know you have your own caftan line and your own jewelry line.
I do. I have a lot of lines, actually. Started a caftan line about 5-6 years ago, Catherine Kelly Lang caftans. And I grew up loving the era of the 60s, you know, the free-flowing clothes, the colors, that kind of hippie look, the long skirts, the scarves. And so I came up with the idea of doing caftans with my partner, my design partner, and it's just been wonderful. And now this year I'm starting another line called Salsedne by KKL. So it's another line that has caftan and beach cover-ups and dresses and things like that. And then also Ride, R-Y-D, stands for Ride Your Dreams. Oh, wow. We just launched this year, and it's all cycling wear. So it's like bringing a little fashion into the cycling wear and triathlon wear and active wear and running wear, and it's all made in Italy. Fabulous products, fabulous fabrics and things. And jewelry, yes, that goes along with the caftan. So I sell jewelry also on TVSN, which is a home shopping network in Australia. So I'm kind of all over the place.
As if she couldn't get any busier.
I know, we have the time.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do. It keeps me really busy, but you know, now that my kids are grown and they have their own lives, it's kind of opened up a whole new world to be able to go out and have the time to just do
you.
Yeah,
do you, boo.
That's amazing. And you make it look so effortless because you do it flawlessly. Catherine Kelly Lang is in studio with us. And when we return, we're going to play a little bit of a game of Fab or Fail.
Clover Amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
Well, we have certainly been celebrating our heritage with regards to food so far on your Friday morning, and I hope you've been enjoying the journey with us this morning. Right now, we have the lovely chef Tash with us back in studio, and of course, my right-hand man, well, this guy, my left-hand man, Dalen Oliver, as well, joining us to make a beef stew with Clover Amasi dumplings. Tash, do you like a dumpling, Dalen?
Yeah, do. Sounds good. I haven't had this yet, so it's going to be fun.
So we started off with the Gatsby a little bit earlier on. We moved on to some tripe as well, a vegetarian, plant-based dish, and now some beef stew and dumplings. All right, Tash, take it away.
Definitely. So we have prepared a beef stew with it's a very easy curry. You just literally braise your onion and you add some cumin, you add some curry powder, some chili. And there you are, and it's ready to go.
And you kind of just cook the beef up until it's nice and soft.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
And then you braise, or you put in a bit of stock in there, and you just leave it to simmer.
Right.
Over time.
But we're focusing on the dumplings here.
Yes.
So what have you been doing thus far?
We have our flour, we have salt and yeast, as well as maize meal.
Right.
And the maize meal is just going to create a very nice rough texture on here.
Yeah.
And this is so wonderful. Amasi, Clover Amasi.
Yes.
It's going to create a very nice fluffy and rich consistency.
Yeah.
So we just add about 3/4 of a cup in here, and we are going to roll it into nice small balls. And we put that back into our beef.
Well, let's see those coming together.
When you added that, Marcia, I could just feel my pant size get bigger. It's like, I'm coming back at 36 waist after this.
I was after that Gatsby, man. That's it.
And the Gatsby, man.
But I mean, I was just about to say, I mean, talk about a dish that's going to fill you up nicely, especially with the cold temperatures. This is one of those hearty meals.
Yeah.
It's winter. There's a little bit of chili, a little bit of garlic in our curry. So it's good.
And it's easy, man. You can get
Very
your friends
easy.
over.
Yeah.
It's not too formal, not too fancy, but also fancy enough to be a spread.
That's it. Gryp a dumpling and have a laugh.
There we go. It works out. My left hand man, I'm my right hand. Gryp a dumpling and have a laugh.
You see? Material for your show, brother. Here we go.
So cool.
As you can see, yes.
So it's coming together into a nice
very quickly, very nicely. So what we are going to do is
that's the XL version of the dumplings.
Yes, that is.
Right.
That's the after version of us once we eat it.
Listen, if you want to get your hands on the recipe for our beef stew and clover amasi dumplings, the keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe. All right, so what happens next?
What happens next is that we are going to create these nice little balls and we are going to put them in our curry.
Right.
And then that is going to steam. So remember, as soon as you put the balls in, the dumpling balls in the curry, you don't open the pot because they need to steam.
You cover it with a lid and it steams.
Yes, you let it steam, you don't open. You time it because these are small. Give it about 18 to 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
But to be safe. And you do the skewer test. As soon as your skewer comes out clean, then you know that you are ready to go.
Are you managing in the kitchen?
I am. I was going to say, I love how smooth chefs are because they just say, you do that, you do this. In my mind, I'm like, where do I turn on the stove? I just want to know, where's the on button?
With you, we have to start right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning. But I'm loving this. Like in my mind, I'm like, I'm doing it.
But that's good, man. Listen, the keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. I think it's a brilliant dish also to keep in mind going into the weekend. But if you've missed any of the steps, here we go. We'll show you once again.
There is more to our food heritage than just meat on a braai. So why not try your hand at this beef stew with clover amasi dumplings recipe to celebrate your Heritage Day. Add 1 tablespoon oil to a pot and add a chopped onion. Allow to cook for 3 to 4 minutes until lightly browned. Then add 2 cloves chopped garlic and 1 teaspoon chopped chili. Next, add 1 teaspoon of curry powder and cumin. Cook for a further 2 minutes. Next, add 500 grams beef chunks and 1 liter beef stock. Allow to cook for 1 hour and 30 minutes. For the dumpling dough, add 1 cup white bread flour and a 1/4 cup maize meal to a bowl. Then add a teaspoon dry yeast, a teaspoon salt, and a tablespoon chopped parsley. Next, add 2/3 of a cup clover amasi and mix well to combine. Knead the dough on a floured surface for 5 minutes until soft but firm and allow to rise. Separate the dough into golf-sized balls and place them on top of the stew. Cover with a lid and allow to steam for 10 to 15 minutes. This delicious beef stew is so rewarding to prepare and the kids will love the addition of the dumplings thanks to clover amasi, a taste of home.
Made with love by Clover.
Here we go. And that's it. That's how you make this beautiful beef stew and the clover amasi dumplings. The keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. Chef Tash, thank you very much for coming through and sharing. Dalen's got heart palpitations because the entire cooking segment he's standing like this.
I've just been looking at food. This is amazing.
It's going to be a feast when we finish off this morning, man. You are here.
I'm here.
To enjoy
I'm here to
brother.
stay. I'm actually sleeping here for the weekend just to eat.
You mean you're going to be passing out to waking up on Monday morning?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the one. Clover is the keyword. SMS that to 33728. Chef Tash, have a lovely weekend. Thank you very much. Check it out on our website as well, expressoshow.com.
Clover amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
Well, you know when you see these pedals, what it means. It's time for Fab or Fail right here on Expresso Show. And this time, we're going to the 2018 Venice Film Awards, the oldest film awards in the world that brings Hollywood's elite to the red carpet. Now, here to be part of our fashion police is none other than Catherine Kelly Lang, everybody. Yes, and Nick Strelitz. I love it. Nick, you know we love you. You know this.
You love to hate me.
No, we love to
Do
love
you?
We really, really do. All
I
right.
have words.
So how this game works, just to contextualize for you, Catherine, is you've got a paddle.
Okay.
If you love the look, you go, yay. If you hate the look, you go, nay.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And then, of course, if you have a little bit of a reasoning behind it, you can feel free to share that with us. Shall we begin, ladies and gentlemen?
Please.
Let's go to the red carpet. Now, first up, we've got singer and newly turned actress Lady Gaga at the premiere of A Star Is Born.
Catherine.
Me first.
Go
what
for
are you
it.
thinking?
You
No,
hated
Catherine,
it?
please.
Okay, Catherine hates it, Nick.
Oh my God.
Oh, you love this?
This was when she came out of the car. I almost did a backflip and rolled down my living room floor. Okay, this isn't the best view.
Okay. One thing I have to say, it's beautiful, but it's a little too much.
It's
if
a
it was
lot.
a little more sexy and
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's too much feather.
Gaga,
Is
y'all.
it real feather?
I hope not.
I hope not. Somewhere there was
A lot
an
of
ostrich
parrots.
that gave its life for this look.
But it's for Gaga, so he'd do it.
He would
do it in a
like,
second.
Okay, how do you do half?
Oh,
Yes,
you're in the
okay.
middle? Okay, you know what? I'm kind of liking it.
Okay.
I am, because at least she's not in a capsule or wearing meat.
Yeah. She's upgrading.
She's
And this is
upgrading.
Valentino.
And
you're
she
a fan
put
of
her
Valentino.
hair up, so it's not like all...
There you go.
all over the place.
Small steps, Gaga.
Yeah.
Small steps. We're
Baby
here
steps.
for it. Next up, we have double-time, actress Dakota Johnson and Tilda Swinton at the premiere of their newest movie, Suspiria.
Suspiria. Okay.
Okay.
It's two of them.
Yeah. You know
Red.
what? Dakota.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay.
Shall we first speak for Dakota?
Speak. She's in Dior, by the way.
She's in Dior. So,
Yeah.
Nick, you're loving it. Catherine, you're loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it as well. I mean, you can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Let's now talk about Tilda.
No, open up your mind, please, Leanne. Catherine, this is what I have to deal with on a daily basis, okay? We need to
I
open
love
up this
Tilda.
mind. Thank you.
Wait, she doesn't like Tilda?
No, she doesn't.
I love Tilda.
Okay.
She
But
is
she
her
doesn't get
own
it.
person.
Right?
Yeah,
You
I
get
love
it.
her.
We get it. Leanne doesn't get it. Move on, Leanne, please.
Okay.
Next, girl.
Okay. It's Oscar-winning actress Natalie Portman at the premiere of her latest film, Vox Lux.
Okay, I'm gonna be a bit scandalous here.
Gosh, she's gorgeous.
Okay.
You hated me,
Okay.
Australians? What is wrong
Okay.
with you?
No, okay. Can I just explain myself? If you see this up close, the shoulder padding on this is enormous. And she's a slight girl, she's a petite girl. It looked overwhelming
Okay.
on her.
I see that.
I wish it wasn't so...
So the padding,
boom.
not so much.
Yeah, and it's a very heavy material as well. I don't know, it was just a bit too broad for me.
No,
You
I
know,
love
even
it.
take the sleeves off and it would be gorgeous.
Ooh, that's an idea.
This is Natalie, though. This
No, I
is
love her still.
Natalie.
And look, she's helping her co-star because her dress got caught in her shoe.
She's so
Wow.
cute.
Look
You
at that
see?
bending down.
You see, this
No
is,
biggie.
Oh, she's getting down on the
She doesn't
ground, you
care.
guys. Okay,
Yeah.
she's a win.
Okay.
All right, I love her. All right, how about this one? The gorgeousness that is Miss Kate Blanchett.
Oh,
can this
God.
woman do anything wrong?
Oh, MG.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Classic
okay.
beauty, classic
Yeah?
beauty. It's amazing.
Kate could wear
Yeah.
What is-
a
it's insane.
black garbage bag and still look good.
Who is this designer?
This is Armani Privé.
It's
I mean, she's a very Armani kind of gal, and just it suits her
Yes.
perfectly.
All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. Also at the premiere of Suspiria, another one of the stars, Sudanese stunner, Alec Weck.
Okay, I am here for it.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
Lee.
I'm loving it.
Oh, girl.
I feel like they could have given Alec a little bit of a sparkle.
A little sparkle.
You know?
That face, that cream butter
Yeah,
buddy.
but you know what? I think they were like, because her skin glows
Yeah,
naturally.
exactly.
But still.
But I like it because she's very slender.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't, you don't have to be completely form-fitting, so it's loose and kind of flowy, but very simple at the same time.
It
But
is simple.
still with a
Yeah.
with a bit of a style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Also, Alec's toes are hanging on the ground.
That's a look.
That's a look when
Right,
when the toes are.
I don't think so.
No, I'm kidding.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Don't look at the feet, and then it's okay.
Yeah, like the toes must be in the shoe, not on the floor.
That's step
Just
one.
saying.
Putting on your outfit.
All right, is this us?
Yes.
All
there
right,
was one
everybody,
more.
what did you think about Fab or Fail today? Yes!
Yes!
Absolutely
That was close.
amazing. All the standout looks from the Venice Film Festival. That is Fashion Fix Fab or Fail. Only on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You can head to our Expresso Facebook page to cast your vote for Nick.
I don't know what happened. It sounds so dramatic in studio, but it's going to get more dramatic. Why? Because we have got Catherine Kelly Lang, who's just so down to earth and awesome here in studio. You, of course, were posting your questions on Facebook. She is going to answer them just for you. Then after the break, We Defy is in the house. Wait. You've been served. You've been served. It's the Vorshore knee.
Science reaches for the truth. Science works for the big and the small, the old and the young. Science never gives up. And science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition for differences you can see, feel, and trust. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
Molly May. You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. Tick-tock goes the clock. I'm in love, I'm in love. Tick-tock goes the clock. Better love, better love. You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. You got me under your spell. You got me loving you well. You got me under your spell. Take it away, girl. Head rush when the beat will drop. To crush when it goes. Tick-tock goes the clock. Better love, better love. You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. You got me
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, it's been almost surreal getting to spend time with the gorgeous and legendary Catherine Kelly Lang on our Expresso studio this morning, on our couch in our penthouse. And of course, as part of the SABC3 family, we would like for everyone to get involved, especially those die-hard Brooke Logan fans out there. So naturally, we gave you the chance to post your most burning questions on our social media. And here are some of our viewer favorites. But before we get into that, I just would like to basically welcome husband Dominic onto the couch as well. Good to have you on the show. Let's make some noise for Dominic. Dom, you know, you walked onto the show this morning and I felt like I know you, all of us do. And Catherine, you shared a very special story. It's like people recognize him before they recognize you.
People will run up to him like, oh my gosh, I know you. And they'll, like I said, they'll recognize him before they see me.
Yeah, so if you do see me, she's usually around me somewhere.
But it's amazing, even on the insert that we played, like just seeing how you support her. You have such a beautiful partnership, the two of you, even coming onto stage and you're keeping her lipstick and making sure she's, you know, she's good to go. What is it like to have a partnership that is so authentic and so real, especially as crazy as your life can sometimes get?
Well, you need that in your life. You need somebody there, whoever it is, that's going to help you, you know, boost you up, support you, help you when you need it, and vice versa. You know, I hope I'm as supportive with him as he is with me, because he really... I'm going to have to work at this a little harder. But he's, you know, he's amazing. I'm really, really lucky.
Yeah, we were both lucky. Trust me, I wake up every morning just like, oh, this is amazing. It's a dream. So we've been very fortunate to have each other in our lives, and we're pretty inseparable, actually.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do everything
together all the time.
Everything.
That is amazing. That is amazing to find a partner like that in life. I always say, you know what, the world of modern dating is a nightmare. It really is a nightmare to find somebody that you can really be best friends with, but who can also be your partner in this life.
We are best friends, and we have so many things that we love to do together, and so we're really compatible.
Right.
We have a lot of the same likes and dislikes.
And we torture ourselves together with the triathlon stuff and cycling.
We get to train
to like
together
the
and
same
have fun
things,
together.
you
We
know,
travel
80% of
well
the time.
together.
Right.
You know, we do everything well.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes find that, because Catherine was saying, no, she leaves Brooke
Right.
at the office, but do you feel like Brooke sometimes comes home?
You know, I get this question a lot. The other question I get a lot is, how do you watch her, like, kiss other guys?
I know!
Yeah, that's a huge question I get. And it's funny because I'm actually friends with most her co-stars, and they're all married or have somebody really, you know, close to them. So it's a dissociation because Brooke is different.
Yeah.
Even the way Brooke speaks versus what Kelly speaks is entirely different. Yeah. Brooke would never do a triathlon, let alone cycle or anything else like that. I mean, so Kelly's more down to earth, more humble. You know, Brooke is a totally different person, and so I don't see them as the same person.
Wow.
Yeah, thank God. And he won't watch, he won't watch those scenes.
Well, the only time I
either.
say bring Brooke home is the lingerie stuff.
Yeah. But kissing is a very technical thing.
It
You know,
is
so it's
because
not
they're
really-
saying,
yeah.
okay, you know, there's all the people on the crew standing there watching.
Yeah.
All the lights are in your face. The director's saying, no, kiss, put your head to the right, tilt your nose, put your chin down, you know, just kind of, and so you're like stuck in this weird position. And then they're like, either they say, get more into it, or, you know, they want to see passion. Exactly. But then sometimes they zoom in. It's like, why are you zooming in so close so you see the spit, you know, like, like coming out of your like, lip. But
that is so crazy.
you know, it's a technical thing. It is. It's not as, like, romantic and exciting as one might think.
Well, talking about passion, we have very passionate viewers who love the show naturally. We're going to kick off with Sergiano Jackson, who says, please ask Kelly Lang to say the phrase goeiemorgen. That's how you say good morning in South Africa, in Afrikaans.
Oh, Afrikaans. Goeiemorgen. Don't laugh.
We'll do it again. I'll do it slowly for you. Goeiemorgen.
Wait, now I'm going to laugh at myself. Goeiemorgen.
That's good enough. Come on, that's amazing. All right, we're going to move on to our next one, going over to Lutando. Lutando says, morning, ask Catherine Kelly Lang if she's tried any of the local cuisine, and if she did, which is her favorite. Have you tried any local South African food?
Well, I've had a lot of the lamb.
That I love.
Which I love the lamb here.
The
it's
lamb
amazing.
is pretty good.
And then, yes, the dessert was, I don't know what it's called. It's like a
piece of
cake,
cake
like
and
a
then you
vanilla,
pour
rich vanilla cake, and you pour custard on it.
Malva pudding?
Yes,
Malva
that's
pudding.
it.
You know
My
what?
gosh.
Oprah loves Malva pudding as well.
Yeah,
That's
it's
incredible.
It's all
Incredible.
sugar and butter, though.
Yeah,
but
I know.
don't say that.
All right, Samantha's next. Welcome to Cape Town, Catherine Kelly Lang. It's such a blessing to have you here. What was it like working with Ron Moss? Okay, we're all still in love with Ron.
Oh.
The old Rich.
Yes. Well, how can you not be? I mean, and the Brooke and the Rich storyline and the whole love story, it was something special. And even for me, it was because it was kind of like, that was Brooke's first love and her soulmate.
100%.
So, and it was a long time and a lot of history between the two of us. So he was amazing, of course. We had instant chemistry, you know, the minute we walked on the set. And I think the directors and producers saw that. Yeah. Because they're like, oh my gosh, they have to be together.
100%.
So the storyline kind of went that way. And he's just a gentleman, and he's very down to earth, and he's gorgeous. He always had that,
the
you know, the
jawline.
jaw and the stature and the whole look, tall, dark, and handsome. And very romantic, you know, when he played Ridge. And it just worked. And
I love that.
Yeah, he was fabulous.
He was fabulous.
Yeah.
Final question. Ashley Porter. Good morning, fam. I would like to know, as Brooke, which wedding dress is her favorite from her many weddings? Okay, first of all, how many times have you been married on the show?
Somebody told me who told me that?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday,
12.
14? 12. I think 12. But everybody has a different opinion.
Yeah.
I would really have to go back and figure it out.
There was one where you were on a horse.
Yeah, that was my first wedding
that was
to
the first
Ridge.
one. Yeah.
And that to me is the most memorable because it was the first and we were star-crossed lovers in the very beginning. And that dress, I have to say, it's not fashionable, but it was a fairy tale dress. It was a princess dress. It's kind of off the shoulder with a little puff sleeve here and then a long sleeve here and then poof here, like all that fairy tale, you know, princess kind of look. And I loved it just because it kind of added to that whole scene.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anyone wants to be married 12 times in real life.
No, that would
but
be exhausting.
you have been exquisite every single time. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you so much, Dominic, for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
How cute are they? Like, give them a hand, everybody. They're amazing. Just like holding hands and everything. Oh, and the kissy. Oh, I also want that one day for myself. Well, South Africans are used to watching her in The Bold and the Beautiful, but it's been such a wonderful treat seeing Catherine enjoy our gorgeous country over the past 2 weeks, and of course host her with special events and hosting her this Friday on our show. So while Catherine may be leaving our show soon, be sure to miss her in all the action as the iconic Brooke Logan, only on The Bold and Beautiful weekdays at 5:30 p.m. right here on SABC3. Why? Because the stage is yours.
Chasing Gold Like Gold. Available at all reputable CD stores and music shops in South Africa. And of course, you can download online. Sunset Sweatshop, just the coolest bunch of guys making the coolest. We always call it a very festival-friendly sound, but it's worked so well in the studio. They are champions, and they're going to spread a little bit of that weekend love right now with another iconic track off this brilliant album. It's Molly May.
You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. Tick-tock goes the clock. Out of love, out of love. Tick-tock goes the clock. Better love, better love. You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. You got me under your spell. You got me loving you. You got me under your spell. Take it away, girl. Head rush when the beat will drop. Tooth crush when it does. Tick-tock goes that clock. Better love, better love. You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. You got me under your spell. You got me loving you. You got me under your spell. Take it away, boy. You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. You got me under your spell. You got me loving you well. You got me under your spell. You got me feeling so high. You got me kissing the sky. You got me feeling so fine. You got me under your spell. You got me loving you well. You got me under your spell. We just want to say thank you, Expresso, for having us. You guys been amazing. We Sunset Sweatshop. Yeah, man.
Woo!
Lekker man.
Oh, my word. Guys, thank you so
Baie
much.
dankie,
You
bro.
know
Dankie.
that we love having you here. We love the fact that you guys are being so successful at the moment. So long may that continue. Give up your day jobs, guys. Come on.
Hopefully, baby.
Oh, man, you can let them know what you thought of that performance. At Expresso Show is the handle to use. One last round of applause for Sunset Sweatshop.
Thank you, guys.
Woo!
Baie dankie my bra.
Performance by Sunset Sweatshop this morning. Listen, we have a couple of minutes left of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't move a muscle. Well, you want to be moving a muscle when we come back, because We Defy Entertainment, they are here and they're ending off your Friday with a bang after this with your Expresso Friday dance.
Cool it. Don't call it a comeback.
It's E. Kelly.
For the girl, yeah. What you see is what you get, real bad man, no lie. Step on the scene, man, I looking so fly. No lie. Say trumpet, me not hear that. Tell them say everything set. All the whole grand weight, room fill it. Tell me a score in your name. On a bad from fun, me I want fun. Anything the world get done. Fire can done, lyrical done. Remember the coolie chana, him a run up the town. Coolie chana, don't call it a comeback. Step on the scene, man, I looking so fly. No lie, no lie. Bagay, balaka let's bambe sasake eme. Cover me and go when it come rain or shine. Before you know it, they be sitting China again. They say, I've been MIA like a lunny, call me cuckoo, man, I paved the way, got the money, move. Okay, I'm on my way, tell me what's it trying to do? Dude, I got a bad case of phone, on 4 for lows in the backseat of a Volvo. I like belows, a Bravo with a Tofo, state of mind, yo, no. Pitch black with a flow. What you see is what you get, real bad man, no lie. Why I say? Step on the scene, man, I looking so fly. No lie, no lie. Hola, we gonna for you, ole. No lie. Hola.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're just in time for our Friday dance. I don't want to waste too much time, but get a bit of background. We got We Defy in the house. Tyler, how are you doing? First of all, how did you guys find each other? Because there's a cool vibe, chemistry here, dude.
So we started the company, the crew, Simone, Keegan and myself, back in the year 2011. So we've been existing for a while now, like more than 7 years.
Wow.
Then last year we opened a studio, Defiance Dance Studio, my bad. That's in Athlone, so we've been around and kicking it. So
yeah, you can see it, guys. You really are slick. We've had you on the show before. Maybe, Simone, you can fill me in. What's different now? What are you bringing today?
Okay, so
a lot of stank face.
Usually we come and we get the opportunity to dance behind really amazing South African artists. But today it's all about us. Yeah. So we need to share a bit of our creation and our art with you guys this morning.
I love that. Where can people see you perform? How can they connect with the studio as well?
Okay, so we have a few performances lined up. We're doing the SA Rugby versus Australia soon. Also,
well done, man.
We have another challenge going on as well from Under Armour. So keep your eyes out on our social media. Catch us on Facebook, We Defy Entertainment, Instagram @We Defy Entertainment as well, and Twitter as well. Yes.
I love it. Okay, so one last thing. I'm going to ask all of you for your help here, because people, if they want to dance along at home, they're going to need to know the stank face. How do you do the stank face? I am. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our Friday dance. It's We Defy.
Cool it. Don't call it a comeback.
It's E. Kelly.
For the girl, yeah. What you see is what you get, real bad man, no lie. Step on the scene, man, I looking so fly. No lie. Say trumpet, me not hear that. Tell them say everything set. All the whole grand weight, room fill it. Tell me a score in your name. On a bad from fun, me I want fun. Anything the world get done. Fire can done, lyrical done. Remember the coolie chana, him a run up the town. Coolie chana, don't call it a comeback. Step on the scene, man, I looking so fly. No lie, no lie. Bagay, balaka let's bambe sasake eme. Cover me and go when it come rain or shine. Before you know it, they be sitting China again. They say, I've been MIA like a lunny, call me cuckoo, man, I paved the way, got the money, move. Okay, I'm on my way, tell me what's it trying to do?
Dude, I got a bad case of FOMO. Foe for those in the backseat of a Volvo. I like Beloza, Bravo with a Dofo. State of mind, yo, no. Pitch black for the flow. This what you get, real bad man, no lie. Why I say? Step on the scene, man, I looking so fly. No lie, no lie. Hola, 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 hola. We gunning for you, ole, ole, ole. No lie. Hola, 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 hola. We coming for you, ole, ole, ole. No lie. No lie, no lie, no lie, no lie. We coming for you, ole, ole, ole. No lie. Hola, 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 hola. We coming for you, ole, ole, ole. No lie.
So much.
Yes.
You were superb.
Oh my word, you guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh my word, so you've been served. It is officially the weekend. Thank you so much. How cool was having Catherine on set today?
Absolutely
Catherine
amazing.
So down to earth.
Yeah, we loved every minute of it. Guys, that is how you do a Friday. That is how you do a Friday, and you saw it here first. Thank you so much for joining us, South Africa. Thank you so much for our amazing dance crew. You guys were incredible. Thank you to Catherine Kelly Lang for spending her morning with us, and thank you to you for joining us today. We'll do it again on Monday, same time, same place. We love you, South Africa.
Mwah. Never forget it. Stay focused.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.